9, 8, 7, 6.
Previously on the Bubba the Love Sponge Show.
I mean, we're not running for a beauty contest here. We're trying to put smart people in Congress. I don't know if she's, that right, but boy, she's a smoke show. But that's what works in today's world. Look at AOC. I'm hot and stupid. I don't know if I want I wouldn't mind my congressman looking like that, to be honest with you.
Well, at least you know why Trump gave the endorsement now.
You're listening to the Bubba the Love Sponge Show.
Broadcast rights for the Bubba the Love Sponge Show have been granted to this station by the Bubba Radio Network and is intended solely for the enjoyment of your listening audience. Any rebroadcast, retransmission, or any other use of this production without the express written consent of the Bubba Radio Network is strictly prohibited.
It's the Bubba the Love Sponge Show. Up high, Girl Scout. We're done.
You sure will, 1,000 bits.
Oh, yeah. Thank you, Will, for the sympathy bits right there out of the box. Here's how I feel right now. Hold on. Stand by.
Underwater.
I might
You're drowning.
Might as well. Watching the results yesterday, and I'm just like, is this really for real? This is a goddamn rib.
Especially since, like, the first few that came through, he was leading.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Yeah, like 200, 150 or something. I forget. I refreshed it. I just kept smashing me. I got to tell you, Blitz, your suggestion of votefinalis.com was dead on.
Well, I mean, that's the official website.
No, so. I know, but what I'm saying is, like, it was 10, 15 minutes ahead of any news station because I got to think that they were smashing it, refresh like you and I.
Get it from,
But I was just, I had it on the 13th Circuit District Congressional race, and I was laying in bed. I was supposed to be out by then, but I stayed up till,
And when you started texting, I was like, oh, he's normally sleeping.
Yeah, no kidding.
So I'm just smashing it, and then for a refresh. And I got to tell you, man, they really do a pretty good job over there. I mean, they really keep you up to date as it's coming in, man. They're in there.
Yep.
Like every 3 or 4 or 5 minutes, they'd have an update, and it wasn't good.
Yeah, it kept getting worse.
God. It just make you sick to your stomach? Not because. By the way, it's the Bubba the Love Sponge Show, Wednesday, August 24th, 2022, the day after the GOP primary that our good friend and candidate Kevin Hazlett just got defeated by basically an Instagram model with a Trump endorsement.
Well, like I told you.
A hot bitch with a Trump endorsement beat a guy that's a lawyer, that was a prosecutor, that's,
We don't even know what she does.
Like I told you yesterday, that the reason why I was most mad is the best person for the job, by far, didn't win.
If you were to take a Joe Rogan or just somebody that's pretty smart, an unbiased, doesn't live here, just let me go ahead and dig into each candidate, spend a little bit of time researching each candidate, their education, their current job. It's just an absolute joke that an Instagram model with a Trump endorsement, that hotness gets you that far. And again, yeah, we obviously have a horse in this race. We're very, very much, on Kevin's team. He's our boy. But it's sickening to see how the soft pack money came in 2 weeks out, the $467,000 that came in 2 weeks out for a heavy television radio buy, the way they portrayed Kevin, how they involved me in it. It's just, I don't know. Anna, I mean, like, what's your thoughts? Are you as disappointed and numb as I am?
Yeah, and I was kind of glad that I had jujitsu last night right around 6. I got out at about 8, so I wasn't just like, slave to the news and the updates. I figured I'm gonna probably have 20 messages on my phone when I get back out of class, and sure enough, I did. And of course, I was disappointed. I thought that this, was a big possibility of her winning, not just because of her looks. That really helped. I really think her looks helped her with the Trump endorsement, and the Trump endorsement is what helped her win.
Mm-hmm. I put this on Trump, man. I'm listen. I'm going to probably catch a lot of heat over this, but hell, I mean, how much more heat can I catch? She's probably already going to sue me. I was out driving my cream machine to precincts.
Oh, I saw.
Playing the song.
Yeah. In the rain.
I blame the media too.
No, I blame one person. Donald Trump.
But the media didn't do any research or any I watched the Fox 13 where they did Hazlett and then they did her. They never asked about any of her controversies except for Obama. They didn't ask about any of her past, and then they kept almost attacking Kevin on 2 or 3 of his.
Well, but here's the thing.
No, not asking this.
Had she not have the Trump, this I hate Donald Trump now.
Well,
no. Okay. You can't stop me. You can't stop. I hate.
All right, hate him.
You can put in. You can put in
I'm
your.
not gonna stand in your way.
You can put in your comments.
Yeah.
All you want. I'm never going to tell you what to do. But I absolutely hate him because this is laziness and this is narcissistic, only worrying about himself. And I'm hearing rumors, and I don't know this to be true, but I got it from a pretty reliable source last night, and I don't think that I should spread this, but I'm going to say it. And Blitz, I don't know if I spoke to you about it. But I heard that Trump I heard Trump hooked up with her. And that's why he couldn't pull his endorsement. And that came from some fairly credible sources. And it just, to me, it just shows you how narcissistic, non-party carrying he really is. Because if you cared for the party, you want to flip that red. And you want to flip it red with somebody that can make a difference in Congress. And right now, I mean, you don't know where it's going to go. You don't know if it's going to go blue. Again, Blitz, I know that the redistricting has it somewhat gamed to go red, but how many Kevin supporters are going to either not vote or vote for the Democrat? And don't think that the Democrat's not coming in now and going to portray her the way she should have been portrayed.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what will happen.
Yeah,
so
and the media will blow it up.
That seat might just very well remain blue, which isn't good for the party.
Mm-hmm.
And if it goes red, it's going red with an idiot. I can't even tell you. I can't even tell you what she does.
No one does.
I still think most of the people that voted for Kevin will vote for her, just like the people that voted for her would have voted for Kevin, just because to stay in the party, because it's still the better choice, unfortunately.
I'm glad I don't live over there anymore.
Yeah.
I would.
Yeah, me either.
Bubba, stop poking the bear. No, that's what I do. You want me? If I stop poking the bear, then then I'm no longer being myself. Am I just supposed to sit here and take it?
And you were very invested in this.
And do you people in chat think I'm just supposed to sit here and take it? No, I take this personally. I get personally vested in a lot of my wars, and I can't help it. But the bottom line is, man, I mean, she only won for one reason, because she had Trump's endorsement last election.
Yeah.
There's no other, like, back to what you said, Blitz. She's not out of, I don't know, the 8 to 10 people that are in the race, both sides of the fence. She's probably one of the least qualified people there. She certainly wasn't as qualified as the Amanda woman that got third place. The second place guy was the most qualified, and Trump just wouldn't come off his endorsement, even to the point where, and what Donald Trump Jr. tweeted was just really not cool, like super not cool. And so the Frank Chevises and there's a lot of influential people in Pinellas County that had Kevin's back. That I don't know, man, but I hate Trump now. I will never ever speak a good word about that clown. And listen, I'm going to probably piss a lot of my people off. But he is a jerk off. He's a straight jerk off. And I hope they get him on everything I hope that all 300 documents that they found at Mar-a-Lago is a problem. Because it showed me what he really, his endorsement won this woman this election. And his endorsement needs to be, I feel, a little more vetted than that.
Well, I think he also picked a candidate that he thought originally, before Kevin started, who was a shoo-in to win, and also he can, somewhat control.
Yeah. So anyway, man, I'm disgusted at the process. You see how it works now.
Well, we were always kind of new.
What?
Just how things work. It's not necessarily a meritocracy. It's a popularity contest and who you know and who endorse by.
But now, Anna, the people that we send to Congress that makes the laws that we live by is a goddamn high school popularity / the cute girls,
right.
The cute girl syndrome.
Well, that's how it's always been.
No, it's not always been that way. The Jesse Helms and that's a problem in itself with term limits. But I'm just saying, like the U.S. politics, for the most part, has not been who's the hottest.
Ever since like TV came around, that's how it's been, though.
So anyway, there you go. I don't know if Kevin's going to call in or not. Did Kevin?
I wonder how he's doing.
Did Kevin have did he concede? Did he
Do you need to concede?
No, I don't know if he. I don't know.
Oh, let's make a public statement.
I think the last thing I saw, he thanked everyone for helping.
Yeah, it's a bad look if you don't.
And does he run again? Because I hope he does. I know a lot of people may say, well, if she wins, he doesn't run again. But I think that really, and by the way, congressional seats are only for 2 years. That's the good thing about it. But I think in 2 years, if she does win, I think she will show her ass and her inexperience, and she's going to try to be the next AOC, and that's a joke. That whole new template of politicians coming from the AOC template, so to speak, is a joke. She will be owned. And so, I don't know. I would hope that Kevin would run again, because I think that he would win. But I think it's all going to happen what happens in the general. If she loses in the general, I think that if she loses in the general, then I think that he maybe potentially would win. If she wins in the general, I don't know. Thank you to my family, volunteers, and supporters for their commitment to this campaign. It was an honor to run in this race and to have your trust. Now it's time for the Republican Party to come together and win in November. That's kind of his way of saying he endorses her, but not having to really say it.
Mm-hmm.
Did she let me have any? I'm sure she was all in front of the cameras.
Before I went to bed, I didn't see anything, but I'm sure she did.
See
if she was smart, she'd babyface, because she needs those votes.
Yeah. It's hard telling. And you know what her biggest mistake would be? Would be to sue me. Right? Because you won. Even with my songs and me calling you out, you can't be a congressional candidate now, potentially the congressperson that represent, and be suing radio personality.
Her thing was, thank you, Pinellas County. I look forward to representing you in Washington, D.C. and delivering results to our community. President Trump, I kicked ass like you wanted me to.
Does it change your disposition? I know not you, Blitz, because you know. I could say 1 and you'll say 3, just to, even if I said 1 + 1 was 2, you'll say 3 just to be a dick to me. But do you think that it changed my opinion of Trump? Do you think it changes the voters of Pinellas County's opinion, the people that voted for Kevin, do you think that this changes their opinion of Trump?
No.
No, it's not going to.
You don't think so?
No.
So all the people that like Trump are just so laser lock sheeped in that.
I just don't think that Trump is really focused on Florida District 13.
And you can remember, most people don't care. Like they're not. They woke up and looked at the paper, looked at Bay News 9, looked at whatever, and were like, okay, cool.
Most people didn't even vote.
Yeah, and they don't care. Yeah, the number of people that voted wasn't even huge.
30%.
So.
I think it was 30%.
This didn't change any minds and hearts over Trump, I don't think, except for maybe yours.
Yeah, I mean, there'll be a couple people, but nothing. No numbers of any real
substance.
Yeah, because people don't care.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I don't care anymore either. I don't care. I'm done, Karen.
It is disappointing and it's disheartening.
It's
because Kevin is just so qualified.
And like I said last night, that's why I'm mad. It's like not because she won, not because of the Trump thing, not because we knew Kevin. It's just Kevin was the better guy by far.
Right.
For us, for the
as a community.
People of Pinellas County.
It's just again, I'm just shocked that anybody. I mean, she's stupid. She's got two things going for her. First of all, she's a liar.
I don't think she's stupid, unfortunately.
Yeah, she on her interviews and stuff, she did very well.
I didn't say she wasn't an evil bitch. I'm just saying that I don't think she's stupid. I've watched some of her interviews. She's
a liar.
That's not the question.
Yeah, she could be that.
Yeah, liars are often very smart and conniving and stuff like that.
Yep.
I wish she was stupid, but I don't think that she is, unfortunately.
But you got to think some of those questions were pretty big softballs.
Oh, are you the Fox News one? Yeah, I watched both hers and Kevin's.
What
Kevin was definitely railroaded.
With the wall? I would like to build it. Oh,
yeah,
no kidding.
Kevin was railroaded during that interview for sure.
Yeah, well.
But nevertheless, I don't think she's dumb, unfortunately.
Just for me, though.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, just as my opinion, just strictly my opinion. And I actually ran for office and got 38 or I don't know, it was 30 plus some percent.
Mm-hmm.
But the more qualified person won, the more qualified person that should have won. The system worked when I ran against Jim Coates. Jim Coates was a very decorated and long-tenured sheriff that had just taken over for Everett Rice. And, that's what the sheriffs do now. That's how the new sheriff system works, is the old guy who's now officially have enough time in to retire in the drop program, wins the election in a landslide, and then 2 years in, he retires and gives it to his under-sheriff.
Sure.
And then the under-sheriff now is the incumbent.
I see.
That's how it works. It's what happened with Chronister. That's what happened with Jim Coates. That's what happened with Gutierrez. That's the template.
Yeah.
And so when I ran, the system worked. But my Lord, I just didn't know being hot. Like people are that now she is hot. Are that bamboozled by looks.
Well, you got to remember, like, a large majority of the voters are uneducated as far as, like, they don't know the candidates. They don't care. They just see, a picture of a hot chick with a gun, and that's like, oh, and Trump likes her? I'm in.
Yeah.
Like, they don't, and then that's all they care about. They won't look into other candidates. They don't care. Like, that's, most voters don't have any idea who they're voting for.
And it's kind of the same way that women select men oftentimes, where they make copy, right? So a lot of women will go after married men because they've already been vetted by other women. It's the same thing with Trump. It's like, oh, Trump likes her. He's a credible source in my book. So, whatever Trump says goes.
Lummy, is BAR up or is it down right now?
It's up.
It's up.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So anyway, I'm not going to say congratulations to AOC. I mean to
APL.
To AP. Oh God, is that going to be her new?
Yeah, actually,
that's what she's always used.
Yeah,
she's APL.
Yeah, vote APL.
Great.
That's what her handles are.
That's on you, Pinellas County. I don't live there anymore. Thank God. Not really, because
I like Pinellas, even though I got kicked out of District 13. But
right. Oh, I would prefer Pinellas. I really would. No, for real. Like I lived, when
I know where you lived. I saw your house.
When I moved here in '92, I lived in Dunedin first,
Okay.
then Palm Harbor.
Did you like living in Palm Harbor?
No.
Did you like living in Dunedin?
Well, at the time too, you lived in like the woods of Palm Harbor.
Yeah, I guess it's more developed now.
Yeah. No, I mean, I liked it. It was a long drive because, the Power Pig was on, 4002 South Gandy. So it was, but I lived there because I had family over there, Uncle B.
Mm-hmm.
My uncle, my uncle. So I, wanted to, at first I didn't know anybody. So I used to hang out with Uncle B a lot. And Holly, who was my girlfriend at the time, her
Wiped
family
your butt,
lived.
cheated on her.
Yeah, the one that wiped my butt and I cheated on.
Yep.
But her family, her father lived in Pinellas County, so it just kind of made sense. Then I went Dunedin, Palm Harbor, and then when I was building my big house, I lived in I think it might have been Pinellas Park.
Yeah, it was Pinellas Park.
Lived there for 2 years, and then lived 20 years in Tierra Verde.
God, I can't believe it was that long.
20 years.
Wow.
Lived there 20 years. God. And then, now I've just been, I've been kind of nomadic.
Mm-hmm.
But it's all been, I lived in Pasco, and I lived in Odessa. That's Pasco.
Yep.
Lived in Pasco a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
Then when I lived with Tara, that's considered, that's Lutz.
That's Hillsboro.
I know she's right on the line.
Yeah.
Hillsboro. And now I'm in Hillsboro. And I don't like Hillsboro County nearly as well as Pinellas County. It's just got a different.
I agree.
Pinellas County's got a different vibe.
I completely agree.
You live and now, Blitz, you've lived in both counties.
Yep.
And you are a lifelong Pinellas guy all your life.
Same with Lummy.
Yep.
And I don't like Hillsboro at all. The people are different.
Yeah. So I like Hillsboro, but I like Pinellas a lot better.
I do too.
I like Pasco better.
You like Pasco better
than Hillsboro?
Yeah.
Right now, yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
the people are different. Like you said, Hillsboro
Hillsboro's just a bunch of dicks.
Yeah.
So anyway, you find Pasco people. I mean, you find Pinellas people, though. You pulled one right out of your ass. And what did she win by, like 8,000 votes or something?
Yeah,
what
it was quite a bit. It was like 11% or something.
I wonder how mad Kevin is. Wonder if we can get Kevin on the air.
I'm sure Kevin's upset. I don't think he's mad.
And I think
I knew this was a possibility.
I think he was the underdog going in.
I think the question would be, moving forward, maybe this is too early to tell, but usually I think statistically, first-time candidates don't win their first election. Like I think you can look at that. Maybe Lummy Bing can look at that, but I think like 65 or 70% of everybody that runs, like even very, very, very well-established politicians lost their very first race.
Yeah.
It's just, you got to get into that first race.
I mean,
and get your ass whipped and figure out how it works.
The reason why she run this race is because she lost the last one, and people knew her name from then. So it was, her name was recognizable.
Right.
So.
And I mean, do you think, and Trump might not be a factor in 2 years, right?
Or less so.
Or less so. Now, if he's the president,
more so.
More so.
Yeah.
And for the life of me, I don't know why DeSantis didn't endorse Kevin. His mom and dad are huge Kevin supporters. His mom and dad I went to 2 of Kevin's events, and they were at both of them. One was at Orange County Choppers or wherever.
Yeah, OCC. Yep.
Or Barracuda Harley Davidson or whatever.
Yep.
They were there, which is kind of, not necessarily probably the most, the best venue that Ron DeSantis' mom and dad would go to, but they were there supporting Kevin.
Kevin's parties they were at?
I think, I got to tell you, man, I think a public DeSantis endorsement might have really helped Kevin. Yeah. Don't you think?
Oh, yeah.
I think so.
I mean, he had a lot of great endorsements. Grady Judge, he had Chronister, Bob Gutierrez, whatever
Gualtieri,
the sheriff of Pinellas County, General Flynn. A lot of great endorsements, but that one that he needed was DeSantis, and I don't know why. Was it because DeSantis wouldn't want to necessarily go against a Trump guy, a Trump endorsed person?
That was probably part of it.
That he just didn't want to get into a pissing match with
DeSantis endorse anybody?
No.
I don't think so.
In any race?
He endorsed some people that were running for school board.
Yeah.
Okay.
But that's the extent of what I think his endorsement potentially was.
And I think judge, too.
And judges?
Yeah, I think he did judges and school board.
How is the Andrew Warren thing working out? Like, how is
No idea.
I've not really kept up
Andrew
on that.
Warren's suing him.
Andrew Warren is suing the governor?
Yeah, to get his job back.
To get his job back. But I think that he's been still removed. I mean, he's still out of office, right?
I believe so.
As of 2 days ago, yes, he is still out of office. Well, Charlie Crist at least will be running against Ron DeSantis. That's a.
Now, do you think that that's a chance?
Oh,
I mean,
against
just
DeSantis?
well, here, just
No
hold on, just statistically. I mean, let's just look at statistically. What's the amount of registered Democrats in Florida?
Here's the. So I thought about this the other day. Here's the crazy part.
Andrew Gillum, damn near, who is not. I mean, listen, you can like Charlie or not like Charlie, but at least I think we could all agree on this. Andrew Gillum is not the candidate that Charlie Crist is.
No, and Andrew Gillum was being investigated by the FBI during the election.
Right, he's a joke, and we later gone on to find out how
That was such an insane rib. I was like,
but hold on,
me?
you know he almost won.
Oh,
yeah.
I know.
I mean,
it was like what within like 0.4%.
Yeah, like
it was very close. It was like 49 something to like 48 something.
I mean, you know,
Here's
a few thousand people don't go to the polls, and a few thousand people do go to the polls.
Yeah.
And Andrew Gillum is our governor now. He may have been removed by now.
I think it was within like 12,000 votes.
But Charlie Crist smokes Andrew Gillum. Right, Blitz?
Yeah, here's the crazy part. A lot of people from up north and the other part of the country, a lot of those are Democrats, but they came here because we were free and open and a great society and all that. So when they go to vote, they're going to vote Democrat.
Right.
Even though the reason why they came was because DeSantis kept Florida open, they're going to vote Democrat.
As of 2022, Republican Party of Florida consists of 5.194 million. Call it 5.2. Call the Democratic Party 4.963, so call that 5. Other minor parties 257,000. No party affiliation 3.9 for a total of 14.3 million votes. And you're right, Blitz. That's probably by the time the governor race. Well, the governor race is when in
2022.
It's
this year. Sorry,
it's this year.
because it was 2018.
Yeah,
last one.
November.
Oh, so I wonder if there's going to be a debate.
Oh yeah.
I mean, this got fast tracked on us. I wonder if there's got to be a.
And they've both served one term as a Republican governor in this state.
Oh, I know.
So interesting.
Here's the difference between DeSantis. DeSantis will bring the heat.
Oh yeah.
He'll call Charlie a flip flopper.
Oh yeah.
He wouldn't.
Andy from Firefest.
I don't think
look like Jones.
I don't think Kevin brought the heat enough on a Paluna-Lena APL. Probably because he was advised not to, by his handlers. But
right.
It just I don't know, man. What now? So what if Charlie Crist pulls again, Blitz? Like you said, how many people have moved here in the last year from L.A. From New York, from New Jersey, so forth and so on. And
they moved here because of what DeSantis, did. A lot of it kept us open and all that. But they vote Democrat, and they're probably going to vote Democrat.
What happens if Charlie Crist beats DeSantis?
Oh, boy.
It's unlikely, but
no, hold on, it's not unlikely.
Yeah, it's a real possibility.
It's Andrew Gillum.
And a lot of old-time residents remember when Charlie was in office.
Yeah, I remember that guy.
I like him. He might be a Democrat, but he's Republican at heart.
Yep.
But I think a lot of the people, and I could be wrong, I'm just speculating, so I have no data to back this up, but I think a lot of people that moved here felt like they didn't really identify with their state's culture anymore. Right. So I think a lot of Californians that moved here were, right-wing or Republican. A lot of the New Yorkers, it doesn't mean the whole state is blue. It doesn't mean every single person is a Democrat. A lot of people weren't, or they changed because they said, F this, I don't like the way that these blue cities and states are run.
I think
I don't know.
I think you're dead on in the fact that it would be probably interesting to find out from the people that moved from California, New York, New Jersey, probably, I think you're right, probably the majority of those were red.
I bet they weren't.
Because they hated how the blue, it was just too goddamn blue for them. So they're like, we need to get out of here because the blue people are keeping us down and we need to move somewhere. Because you can be a red all you want, but if you're red in California, I mean, I know that San Diego has a subsect of really good red.
Or Orange County.
But you still are governed by the governor, so to speak, and he's as blue as he's as blue as a guy on a second date balls.
Yeah, I mean, again, my sample size is tiny, so I really can't speak on it. But of all the celebrities that left those states, all of them went red.
Right.
Right.
So and again, Blitz, I don't know that there is any data that say from the people that did move to Florida, the majority of them were X or were this. I have a feeling that a person was more likely to move if they were red and upset at the blue system. Now, I'm sure there's a bunch of blues that moved too.
Sure.
But I think Anna's right in the fact that the people that moved here probably are disgusted with blue to begin with. That's why they're here.
They said at this pace right now, in November, there would be about 25 to 27,000 people that moved California to Florida.
And what about
any political affiliation?
I was looking up. No, it doesn't say that. It just says the people.
This is Ron DeSavage.
What?
This is his new commercial.
This is it's 4 minutes long.
Yeah, it's running out.
And it's made by his people or someone made it about him?
This is made by him.
Oh, okay.
Man, this is a little megalomaniac, is it not?
You missed the very beginning where it said Top Gov.
Yep.
Shut up.
Yeah.
This is a little. This is a little.
Whatever, we have parody songs.
Yeah, but we don't. I mean, you're right. Hold on. But Anna, 4 minutes and 17 seconds.
Oh yeah, that's too long.
Wow.
But maybe it's really good.
Hold on, let me take a few phone calls. I'm sure everybody's already mad at me. I've already pissed everybody off. Hello.
Hey, Bubba. This is Bob the trucker from Virginia.
Hi, Bob.
Hey, man. Hey, what Blitz is saying is true about people moving there, from New York and New Jersey. But I would say the other side of that is there are so many Floridians who used to be Democrats who have just decided that this current communist party that used to be called the Democrat Party is not what they used to believe in. My old man was a Democrat, like a Bill Clinton type Democrat. And those people don't recognize this party. So I think there are just as many former Democrat Floridians who are now switched over to the Republican Party.
I don't know. I give up on even trying to get a grasp of any of this nonsense. I give up. I'm done. See you later, man, Trucker Bob.
That first one I sent you, so I watched the end of it too. It's they start talking about the video.
All right, so this is the one that you sent me, the 57-second
That's the
one.
official one.
All right, thanks, buddy. Hello.
Hey, Bubba, it's Big Buck from Charleston.
Hey, Big Buck. How are you, buddy? Good seeing you, by the way, too.
Yeah, sorry about Saturday.
What do you mean, sir? Oh, you mean the weather?
Yeah, we were going to be there.
I can't get blamed for that now, Hope.
I know. It's all good. Hey, I was about the election and everything. What Blitz was saying is exactly true. Up here in Charleston, we've had an election about a year ago, and the blue people with money that came down bought Isle of Palms. Okay, they pretty much took over Isle of Palms, and they still are voting blue. So they left their states like New Jersey, New York.
Yeah, it happened in Texas,
too. They moved down here.
They left blue and continued blue.
Yeah. They left blue because they went to a red state, and then they continued to vote blue.
And their taxes are cheaper. They make more money there.
Yeah.
But what they don't realize is eventually they're going to blue that state out, too.
Right.
It's baffling that people aren't making that connection.
I know. It's really true, on and
right.
a third grader should be able to make that connection.
Yeah.
You're right, but they don't.
I get it.
Yeah. The big joke for us down here is, you messed up your own state. You moved down here. Don't mess up ours.
Buck, how much weight have you lost? Me and the Merch Crick were talking about how you look like you've lost some weight.
I actually have gained weight.
Oh,
I just hold it well.
No,
it's an optical illusion.
Since BARP, you've gained?
Yeah. I probably gained about a good 20 pounds.
Oh, I thought maybe you'd lost.
I think it's the beard.
Oh,
His
maybe
beard's a lot longer. And
Yeah, it's the beard.
I'm growing my beard back so I can get my 20 pounds back.
I got to grow the beard out because one of my friends that passed away, his daughter came up. She's about 5 or 6, and she asked, Uncle Buck, could you be Santa for me this year? I said, for you, darling, yep.
Well, good. Great cause.
My wife went and bought, my hair kind of looks like Kurt Russell in Christmas Chronicles, so the wife went and bought the whole entire suit.
So you're ready to go for Christmas, my friend.
Yeah, pretty much.
Well, maybe you can wear your Santa outfit for BARP. That'd be a big hit.
I got to bring the suit.
Yeah, you can. The hot chicks can sit on your leg.
oh, he meant your suit too.
Oh, no. Maybe you should wear my suit, my friend. Yeah, the astronaut suit. That might work better. All right, Big Buck. I love you, buddy. Gotta go.
Later.
Thanks. Phone lines are blowed up prior by telling me how much they hate me. Hello. This is the commercial that DeSantis has put out.
It's only 57
All right,
seconds.
that's better. That works a little better. I'm like, man,
4 minutes.
Some guy making might as well make a movie.
Yeah.
It's a film.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. This is your governor speaking. Today's training evolution, dogfighting, taking on the corporate media. The rules of engagement are as follows. Number 1, don't fire unless fired upon, but when they fire, you fire back with overwhelming force. Does it say that in the bill? I'm asking you to tell me what's in the bill. Number 2, never ever back down from a fight.
If I could complete the question, though.
So you're going to give a speech or ask a question? Number 3, don't accept their narrative. It's wrong. It's a fake narrative.
But he wasn't he in the Air Force?
The Navy?
Navy, okay. So he was a fairly highly decorated military guy.
Yeah.
Right?
I went to Harvard and Yale.
I'm just saying, like, they can't say that this guy, is wearing a flight suit and he's not. I mean, I know he's not. I don't think he was a fighter pilot, but I don't. He certainly had a pretty well documented military career.
Yeah, he was the Navy. It was the Navy.
And Navy they have fighter pilots, do they not?
I think people understand that it's a Top Gun parody deal.
I understand that, but you just like.
But you're right. People will jump on anything.
Right, but him even representing
valor.
Him even representing, potentially that he was in, he can represent that he, like the Ana Luna Polina deal. There's a big, whodunit on what she really did and what she really was honorably or dishonorably discharged. How long she was there? Was she ever deployed? Like, there's that out there. With him, I think that he was a fairly, highly decorated. Wasn't he a Navy SEAL or something like that?
No, he was a JAG. He was in JAG.
Oh, he was a lawyer.
Yeah.
What's JAG?
JAG, you can put off on it, but then, but JAG is, I think it's
the judge, advocate.
It's like the lawyer.
Yes,
you're a lawyer.
Don't accept their narrative. It's wrong. It's a fake narrative. I just disabused you of the narrative, and you don't care about the facts. It's why people don't trust people like you, because you peddle false narratives. All right, ladies and gentlemen.
Let's jump on.
Oh, that's good. I like the other one better.
What's Charlie Chris gonna do though? I mean, roll his wife out.
Hi, I'm Charlie.
Roll his wife out.
Hi, I'm Charlie. It's my 4th wife.
Has he really been married 4 times?
I don't know, but there's a lot of speculation that he's gay. And
this is just the beard of the week.
I think, honest to God, if he came out gay, and I don't know that he is, but let's just, for argument purposes, say that he is.
We're funning.
Yeah, we're funning. We're speculating, right? I mean, we're giving you our opinion. We're funning. So hypothetically, if Charlie was gay, I don't know that he is. Been married a few times, and his one wife, when he was the governor, was a smoke show and rich. But let's say that he is gay. Again, I don't know that he is, but let's say that he is. I think you get further with that. Being honest, rolling out, a pretty hot dude, rolling out a Jimmy Clevis looking dude.
There you go.
Right?
Can Can he catch a Jimmy Cleavis looking?
I don't know. Well, I mean, I'm sure
if you're
you
going to be
could.
the governor,
If you're going to be the governor.
Yeah, he could probably pick someone up.
Put a guy on payroll, right?
Yeah.
So they say,
I think you could. I can't wait for the first DeSantis Christ, because hey, Charlie's been a lifelong politician. Charlie's pretty quick on his feet.
Is he? I've never seen him in the debate game.
Charlie's smart.
Okay.
Yeah, he is.
I mean, like, he's smart. He's a smart guy. Listen, the longer you are something, the better you are at it. And he's been a politician for 162 years.
He's been in the game a long time.
Right.
Yeah.
So I mean,
on both sides.
Blitz, you play football for 1 year, you're pretty good. You play for 10,
yeah.
You
play for 50, you're Joe Biden.
Yeah.
And he's played for multiple teams too.
Joe Biden played when there was leather helmets.
Yeah, he played too long.
You're right. He's played right.
Too many concussions.
He's played on. He's played on the offense and the defensive side
and
of the ball.
special teams. He was independent for a little bit too.
Oh yeah.
Was he really?
Yeah.
He's everything.
I don't know who handled his. I don't know who gave him his advice. But what he should have done, and he'd be in a whole different situation right now. And politics are just a very dirty game. But he was a shoo-in for a 2-time governor. He ran for governor, won, and he was a shoo-in for a repeat governor deal. But he decided he wanted to go ahead and go against Bob Graham, Senator Bob Graham, who Marco Rubio now has that Senate seat.
So he ran for Senate after one term of being governor?
Yeah.
Okay.
So rather than to run for governor again, he ran for Senate. And it wasn't, even a guy that's kind of an ass bucket. Bob Graham how many terms was he? Who's this, Lummy?
Oh, that's Charlie Chris at Wake Forest.
No way.
Yeah.
For real?
Yeah, he was a quarterback.
That's why I sent it.
Oh, wow.
Wow.
I'm impressed.
Look at that QS butt tickler on there, too.
I know, it's disgusting, but...
Yeah. Good form, Lummy, right? I mean, pretty damn
he
good
played
form.
for 74 and 75.
Yeah, I mean, it wasn't too bad. I like the
did he have any stats? Or was he a backup? Or he played for who? Wake Forest, you said? But look, give me Bob Graham's political career, because
it wasn't Bob Graham though.
Who was it?
It was technically Bill Young, and then David Jolly succeeded Bill Young, and then when Marco Rubio wanted to run, David Jolly dropped out. So then it was Rubio versus Chris.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah. Now Rubio's got that African American woman that just won in a landslide on the Democratic side. There was a former police chief, and just. I think she raised $49 million. I was watching it on the election.
Val Demings.
Yeah,
I saw Val Demings signs everywhere. They were everywhere.
Yeah, and I think she raised $49 million, and to go against is Ruby, and her whole thing is. Her whole commercial. Let me find me the Val Demings commercial, because it really makes Rubio look bad, because supposedly he has one of the worst attendances in the Senate as far as voting with regards to senior citizen matters or something. They really, really, really are shoving it up Marco. I don't know that Marco Rubio is beatable though. But Blitz in Broward and Brevard and Miami-Dade, that's chalked blue. And she has a real chance, right?
Yeah.
She wins Orlando, because I think that's where she's from, isn't she? Wasn't she the former police chief of Orlando?
I believe so. Yes.
So she wins. Let me send me the commercial for her. Thank you. Anna, are you familiar with this? This is the African American Democrat candidate against Marco Rubio. Which, by the way, I've never been a big Marco Rubio fan at all.
A lot of the Republicans don't like him either.
There you go. Do we have something in common?
Hold on, Bubba, don't play it. It's on her website with that, but it's showing something different. But I don't know, you can't play it, I guess.
I can't play this?
Well, is this the commercial?
It's what you sent me.
I know,
buddy.
it's on her website. That's why I sent it.
I know, lover. I'm just telling you what you sent me.
Okay.
I mean, what do you think? There's going to be there can't be anything bad on here.
Well, it looked kind of cheesy. That's what I was saying. But... All right,
I think if you just, I'm going to go into words. If you can just find, she had this commercial that ran about every 6 seconds on the television station I was watching last night, and I thought it came across pretty well on really making Marco Rubio look like an ass bucket. And boy, Blitz, can you imagine if that senator seat went blue?
Mm-hmm.
If that senator seat goes blue, Charlie Chris pulls one out.
Oh, I found it.
Of his,
her husband is the mayor of
Orlando,
Orange County. Yeah,
and she was, I think, Blitz, the police chief.
She was a police officer.
She was
yeah.
Has Senator
Whatever
she was the first female chief.
Whatever she was, Blitz, she had 4 stars on her lapel.
Marco Rubio been at work in the U.S. Senate. His opponent this November, Representative.
This isn't the commercial.
I screwed up again.
And the other one is Rick Scott, right?
Orange County has a
one of the
mayor.
worst.
Yeah, Rick Scott is one senator, and Marco Rubio is the other. Yeah,
and
two people that I don't care for.
And Rick Scott, I believe, got in 2019, so he's not up for okay.
No
attendance records.
Boy, I mean, you're really knocking it out of the park right now, buddy.
The Bubba Radio Network will return after this.
Val Demings.
Yeah, that's the first one is on her website, that's why I was looking at it. I'm like, that doesn't make sense. And then this one was on her website too, so I'm not going to go on her website anymore.
Here, look at the very first fucking thing I pull up, lover. The very first thing I pull up. It's not that. Thank you for trying.
I'm trying. This has got to be it.
I found it.
Oh, Damien's ad attack, yeah.
Yeah, I found it. I found one of them. I'm gonna try to find another one. I found one.
Marco Rubio's plan for a woman. How do you not have your own fucking commercial about Demings? Give me your shorts. Give me a lot of shorts. What's up, my beard? On your webpage. What are you guys, John? I'm tired. She's just TikToking fucking tweets. The whole fucking time. She's on fucking TikTok. Baby Ball Jones, 30 months. Jesus fuck.
Oh yeah, you know what? So let me within this story, I'll just play it. Okay, bud.
All right.
I'll just play it within this story here.
website. Inside your Twitter. It's not even on there either. Bubba Nash, 51 months.
Oh, I guess it's 4.9 million, not 49 million, I think. Yeah. Oh, what?
If you can find a thing to it too, I'd appreciate it. Thank you.
It is 49 million.
If you need to go do something next break, you're free.
Thank you. That's gonna be close on me, Dan stuff.
Oh, my urine out of me. Yes.
Thank you, Nashes. Where's that though? Come on. Thanks, Mitch. Mitch. Young boy. UBO Brando, 100 bits. Caviar Tacos, 1,000 bits. Hype Train, UBO Brando, 100 bits.
Beep, beep.
Thanks, Mitch. Hype Train, UBO Brando, 100 bits. Arizona Patriots, 75. Get this up. Should be in that Twitter. The one I just sent you, Bubba?
What?
The commercial.
I know. I got it.
Okay.
I need you to find out how much Marco Rubio's raised.
Okay.
Live from the Sunbelt Rental Studios, it's the Bubba the Love Spot Show. The Val Demings woman, the African-American former police chief, I think, of Orlando, has raised $49 million.
Mm-hmm.
Damn.
That is scary. She has outraised Marco. I don't know what Marco.
Right now it says Marco has 29 million total raised.
She's almost doubled him. She's almost doubled them. Val Demings reports 12.2 million raised in the second quarter. I mean, Blitz, a lot of times it goes by who has the most money.
Oh, yeah. And there's a ton of outside of the state money coming in for her.
Yippee Brando, 5,000 bits.
Oh, my God. Thank you.
Big
oh,
country,
sorry,
1,000 bits.
I forgot the hype gimmick.
Yippee Brando, 10,100 bits. Big country.
I just completely blew up the bowl with leaving anything unlocked at any time. Like not even like when I lived in Tierra Verde, you could leave your car unlocked.
And most of the time it was in the garage anyway.
Right, but literally, you could leave it unlocked. Maybe not the keys in it, but Fabrizi did. He didn't care.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I don't think we ever had a theft out there. It's amazing what a toll booth and a guard gate will do for crime. I mean, Blitz, for the 3 or 4 years you lived with me, I mean, there was never even an incidence of anybody breaking into any other house. And the only problem we ever had was some of the lawn guys would sometimes maybe steal something.
Mm-hmm.
But it was, and they had records of everybody that was in. And I think the one lawn guy that stole something did get caught because they have recordings going in and out. But if you're a police officer and you leave your gun in your squad car, I mean, I'm assuming you should probably put it in your trunk. If you're going to just leave your squad car in your driveway, a lot of agencies allow take-home vehicles. But my God, you can't leave it unlocked. There's a lot of things in there.
Mm-hmm.
Most of them have laptop computers and just all types of things in there. A crackhead could steal.
Crackhead.
Nothing's better than stealing a cop car, huh? Until you get caught. Man, I was headed over to Pinellas County yesterday. I don't really go over there a lot. And I was going over the Howard Franklin Bridge. My God, that bridge project they're putting together. Oh my Lord, that is isn't that like $36 billion or something like that? I forgot what I thought what I saw somebody report that as. Oh my! Now, Blitz, are they making a whole new? Like, is that where all the traffic is going to go over there? Or is that just going to be one? Is that going to be southbound?
Okay, so
like, how's it going to be?
So they have it now. They have a whole bunch of northbound and then a separate bridge for the southbound.
Right now.
Yeah. So the northbound bridge, they're either going to tear down or make that like a trail.
I think right now
the northbound bridge is the newer.
No, that's the oldest one.
No, it's the old one.
That's one from '59. I think they said they are going to do what they did in Gandy.
Yeah, and then the one they're making now is going to be the new southbound, I believe.
And the one that we're driving now, the current southbound will be the northbound.
I believe so.
And
but they're going to keep the one that's southbound now. They're keeping, and they're adding to it next to it, and then the one that's northbound now. They're the old one. They're not going to.
Now, will they blow up or will they make it like a fitness trail deal?
That's what they're still talking about.
Oh, I think they should make it I mean, blowing it up probably costs more money than just, or if you leave it as a fitness trail, you got to keep up on.
Yes, and that's what they're
the yearly
about.
Like what is the cost of maintaining it compared to imploding it?
Correct.
And also like the repairs that they have to do on it to make it last.
Right.
Now, if they blow it up, Blitz, do they just blow it up and let it go into the ocean, or they got to haul it out?
Depends on where. If it's at like the top or the like the bridge, the high part, they'll take that out probably. But the rest of it, they leave a lot of it there.
They just leave it, right?
Mm-hmm.
And let it just dilapidate.
Yeah.
I thought maybe they were just I thought the new section that they were putting in was just going to be that many more lanes.
No, it's replacing the old side.
Well, because let's be honest, the big 275. I know I'm being very hyper local right now. I'm so sorry, and I'll get away from this here momentarily. But the big 275 through Tampa redo that they did really didn't do anything.
Right.
I mean, it really didn't do it. I mean, it didn't alleviate traffic at all. Malfunction Junction is still as bad as it ever has been.
It's better than it used to be, but it's still bad.
Yeah.
Right. So over to this, and it's amazing, Blitz. Like, do they put these big like sheets of steel? They drive them down. Then it looks like they pump out the water, and then they throw all kinds of dirt and rock and sand in there, and that's how they do it, isn't it? On some of it.
I don't know. I know they usually take a lot of the pilings and then hammer them into the.
But I mean, have you seen how many cranes and
tons of them.
My Lord!
Yeah, they've been out there.
I mean, what's the how much is that costing?
$865 million.
So nearly $1 billion.
Mm-hmm.
I saw yesterday our lovely Mayor Jane Castor did a new. In fact, Anna and I were watching it together. We didn't have any sound, but the headlines read, Mayor Jane Castor accepts like a 19.7.
You and Anna were watching something?
Yeah, you and I were watching. Remember Jane Castor was at the Port of Tampa? And I said, look, Jane Castor's at the Port of Tampa, and we just got $19.7 million for the Port of Tampa infrastructure, Willie. Fish on the J, $15 on the Cash App. Thank you, at TheBubbaArmy. Yeah, so it looks like the Port of Tampa
it's going to get bigger.
Are they going to get bigger or dredge it? $19.7 million, that didn't do nothing. It just gets you a dredge out. That's all it is.
Yeah, exactly.
That's about all you get. All right, so this is a proposal as to what we got going on here.
Yeah, that's what it's supposed to be.
This is what we're proposing to build in 2020. This is how we would accommodate rail in the future. I can't. Can somebody help walk me through this? I don't even understand.
What is this?
That's the drawing from the Department of Transportation. That's the new bridge on the left, and the old bridge is the northbound bridge, the 4 lanes.
All right, so the new bridge is here?
Yes.
Right.
And they're going to build a bike path, and then they're going to have 2 lanes for express lanes. See the express lanes in the middle?
Right here?
Yeah. They're going to have express lanes over the bridge.
I don't even, and what's this part
That's
here?
That's the northbound. That's the old bridge.
That's the existing northbound.
Yeah.
And they're going to keep it?
It says, what does that say? Existing southbound converts to northbound.
I mean, you don't know, and neither do I. by looking at this.
Well,
and they're going to put rail.
It
says
it above it. It says,
a monorail over there.
It says new bridge with bike trail on the outside and 2 express lanes in each direction.
I mean, the Merch Creek can go across to Howard Franklin.
Yeah.
That didn't seem like it'd be very scenic, though. Like, all you can see is just water.
I think, like, the picture at the top, I believe, the one on the right is the current newer bridge.
Yeah, it's the southbound. Yeah.
The thing on the left is all new. The old bridge is not part of this at all.
Oh, it's not even on here.
I believe.
Right.
It is not.
When's the completion date of this? They say 2025? I think I saw 2025 for the new.
I think so. It started in 2020.
So I've been watching some Val Demings commercials. She's the African-American woman that was the former police chief of Orlando going against Marco Rubio. Can you imagine, Anna, if that flips blue? My Lord. These midterm elections may not go like the Republicans think they are. We could get. Did you know we could get bluer?
Well, then Charlie Crist could take over too. That's what
can you imagine if we get bluer?
Yeah.
I got to find a quiet country to move to.
Mm-hmm.
But Blitz, I don't think we can move to Canada because they're restraining what you say on YouTube.
No, they're way worse than us.
Yeah, Canada's way worse.
Yeah.
A lot of Americans are moving to Mexico City.
Go.
Oh man, that's violent.
See,
you have to have as many guns as Blitz and Dan combined to live in Mexico.
And guns are illegal in Mexico.
So guns are illegal, but the cartel has them.
Which runs the police.
So you can't run around as a law-abiding a citizen and have one, right?
Well, you can have a hunting rifle. You're allowed to have a rifle.
Right.
Marco, you've got one of the worst attendance records in the Senate. When Florida needs you,
I'm going to make a prediction. Not that my predictions are worth a crap.
Go for it.
But Val Demings beats Marco Rubio. Val Demings beats Marco Rubio just because of the blue metros that are encompassed within the district.
This record.
What is Rick Scott's district? What are the district lines on Senator? Does it go north and south or east and west? Is the line? I think it kind of goes like Orlando's the cutoff, and it kind of goes Orlando down to Miami, and then maybe up to Jacksonville, and then I think the other half of the state is like the Panhandle, Tampa, Lakeland, maybe Fort Myers. I think that's how it is. Val Demings is going to beat. Marco Rubio has the biggest ears of any guy I've ever seen. He looks like a taxi cab going down the road with his doors open.
In the Senate. When Florida needs you, you just don't show up.
Representative Val Demings uses it as one of her main talking points, and she's not the first.
It's actually something that we've heard before.
Former President Donald Trump also brought attention to his attendance record when they faced off in 2016. PolitiFact rated it mostly true back then and rates it mostly true now. According to
How can you be a senator and not attend? I don't think that I would miss hardly any votes. Right?
I mean, that's your job.
Back, a nonpartisan website which collects congressional data. Since taking office in 2011, Rubio missed 346, or around 9.2% of his roll call votes. On average, senators miss around 2.3%.
All right, so like almost 4 times
the average.
Most of his career absences happened in 2015 and 20.
Do you just sleep late that day on and say, I can't make it into the Senate chambers today?
Batteries on my car died.
Yeah.
Can't make it.
2016 when he was running for president.
I gotta think senators probably have car service, don't you think?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm waiting to hear, did his wife have cancer or something? You know what I mean?
Oh, hell no.
Okay.
Back then, he missed 129 votes. Running for president is a common reason for senators to miss votes. Texas Republican Senator Ted Cruz and Vermont Democratic Socialist Senator Bernie Sanders had worse attendance records than Rubio. Sanders missing 14% of his votes since 2007.
I think Barack Obama had a similar issue of missing votes when he was running for the president. So it's something that just kind of happens, and maybe a necessity of when you're running for president, you're going to have to miss some votes.
According to ProPublica, Rubio at times was the 8th most absent member in the Senate.
And there's 100 of them?
Yes.
In 2020, he was ranked the 12th most absent. This Congress, he is the 27th.
I like to see who's got the best attendance record, wouldn't you?
Mm-hmm.
Like, I wonder if somebody has perfect attendance.
I doubt it, but maybe.
Was that a thing when you were growing up, Anna? Like,
oh, absolutely. You got an award for it, I think,
yeah.
in elementary school.
And I think I got it.
For perfect attendance?
Yeah, I got
You never ditched or anything?
No, not until I don't think I ever missed. I never ditched. I might have been sick a few times when I got in high school.
Yeah.
And I think a couple times during my junior year, I was having some knee issues during football season, and the coach would tell me, like, Lummy, Mondays would be kind of an easy day.
Yeah, film and then, well, I don't.
No, he'd be like, won't you miss? No, Thursdays were our walkthrough.
Oh, they.
So, like, my knee would be puffed up, and he's like, won't you miss Thursday? But just make sure you're here on Friday, because if you didn't go to school, you couldn't play. And we even had to whittle down that you didn't have to be at school. As long as you were there by the fourth period, you were eligible.
Yeah, I think ours was third period. As long as you were there third period.
Yeah, I could never win because I was a Jew.
His attendance record has
What?
Because I would always have to take off for the high holy days.
Oh.
So I was just out of the
So the
running.
Jewish faith doesn't even, they make you miss school?
Well, if you're a Jew, there's two really important holidays that you really need to take off and go to temple. And it's Rosh Hashanah, and then 10 days later, it's Yom Kippur.
Well, don't you think that...
Sometimes it lands on a weekend, but most of the time, obviously, it's during the week.
Yeah, but hold on. Now, in today's woke-ass environment, which I don't even consider what I'm going to say as woke, I just think it's kind of the way we've changed a little bit. I think that schools shouldn't count you absent if you're doing...
They don't hold it against you, but you're still absent.
I know, but...
Yeah, I mean, whatever. I didn't really care, but I would just feel like, oh, can't win that.
a bit since...
I never ditched. My parents would never allow that. Like, it's all about parenting.
Yeah, my mom forced me to ditch on senior ditch day because she said I was a square.
Well, I did ditch on senior ditch day.
But he's still around that bottom quarter of senators.
In response to PolitiFact, Rubio did not answer questions about his absent records, but provided a list of his achievements.
Oh, yeah, whatever. This is, I think, one of Val Deming's commercials. I couldn't find necessarily the one.
I'm Marco Rubio, and I approved of this message.
Oh.
Val Demings turned her back on law enforcement. Demings
Oh,
votes
this is a pro Marco deal.
Yeah.
with Pelosi 100% of the time. 100%. She called abolishing the police thoughtful. Demings said violent riots were a beautiful sight. Instead of voting to condemn radicals who want to abolish police, Demings refused. That's not just wrong, it's dangerous. Maybe she used to be a cop, but in Washington, Val Demings is just another radical rubber stamp. I'm Marco Rubio, and I approve
Man,
this message.
Val Deming. They got all kinds of new terms now, right? Radical rubber stamp, right?
Mm-hmm.
Is that it right here, Lemmy?
Yeah.
All right, hold on. Let me find it.
For 27 years, I showed up every day
Oh, yeah, this is
to
it,
put
Lemmy.
dangerous... Listen
Good find.
Thanks,
I think this was a pretty good commercial. I saw this commercial last night.
here, Marco Rubio. Val Demings here. For 27 years, I showed up every day to put dangerous criminals away. Never
Oh, I left my shotgun in my car, too, but they still haven't found that.
knowing if I'd come home to my family. And when I was chief, we reduced violent crime by 40%. But Marco, you've got one of the worst attendance records in the Senate. When Florida needs you, you just don't show up. I'm Val Demings, and I approve this message because it's simple. You don't show up for work, you lose your job. Listen here, Marco Rubio.
I think that's pretty effective.
Yeah.
I think that's pretty effective.
Chief Val Demings.
An impressive history of public service.
Protect and serve Florida, that's what I've done.
She's going to beat Marco.
As a police officer and as...
I don't want that. It's not what I would prefer.
Chief.
Under her leadership,
crime is down 40%.
The most dramatic decrease in violent crime.
In the Senate, I'll protect Florida from bad ideas, like defunding the police. That's just crazy. I am Val Demings, and I approve this message.
I think she comes across pretty good. Anna, what do you think about, girl?
Yeah, I mean, I'm glad to hear that from her, for sure.
Especially when those other law enforcement guys were talking smack about her, right?
Yeah, so...
Because Florida, it's time to send a cop on the beat to the Senate.
Oh,
Chief.
So
cop on the beat?
Yeah, it's time to send a cop on the beat to the Senate.
I don't know what a cop on the beat.
That just means a cop on the job.
Yeah.
A cop that's working.
I haven't heard that.
I'm on my beat.
That's
what they would call like their shift.
I see.
The beat.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Kind of old. It's kind of an old school,
Yeah, I never heard that.
I'm a cop on the beat there, you see? Let me go to words so because I'll always historically get very late, and I'm trying to get better at that. Not doing too bad, Blitz. It's 12 after, and I'm going to my second break. Yeah, hell yeah.
The Bubba Radio Network will return after this.
Yes, Queen. How is it only Wednesday? I just feel like it's.
I know.
It feels like it. Last night I was like, oh my god, it's like
Today,
Thursday,
I
and I was like,
today
it's
was
Tuesday.
I thought today was Thursday.
Yeah, that.
I'm going to get that financial thing done, and then I'm done.
Okay.
That's my last one. Read.
Morning, Bubba. Rana. Mummy's trip. What's up, catastrophic? Donkey teeth.
What up, donkey?
San Diego
Good morning,
University.
catastrophic.
Organic Gene. Good morning.
Good morning. Good morning. Do I like Smoothie King? I haven't had a smoothie in probably
It's gonna be a wonderful day.
what, 4 or 5 years. Oh, maybe that's a lie. I used to make them, but that's Organic Gene. Good morning. Balls front. I think I just had a shitty blender. I like this smoothie. But sometimes the real tasty ones aren't very good for you. But it's better than juicing. Juicing is fucking terrible. Some people swear by it. Unless it's like vegetable juice. But otherwise, it's not good. Even still, vegetable juice isn't the best. Because you lose all the fiber. I don't know, Finn212. Your guess is as good as mine. Morning, Cuzzo, Organic Gene. Old Walls, Brana. Yeah.
Yeah, I think that would be good there on the Blitz stuff. Doesn't sound too good.
Oh shit.
Yeah, trade Organic Gene. Trade high Carl. The boy you weighed 51.
Oh shit.
Perfect.
Me too. Rackins 31, 39 months. Thank you. Good morning, J Gator 444. 15 months, Rackins. MCC Gonzalez, J-Tiz.
Mama.
Hinstar, good morning. Wow, that's a lot of fucking shit. Bubba's Big Dent, good morning. Oh, nice. How you switched the name, Bubba's Big Dent. Fucker. Big question. The train's over, Lane 51.
Live from the Sunbelt Rental Studios, it's the Bubba the Love Sponge Show. If you're buried in bills, and I'm talking about signature loans, internet loans, timeshares, credit cards, inflation is kicking your ass, and maybe your debt is just too much. Well, it's time to get some financial freedom, and you can do that with my fine friends at Total Financial Freedom. They've been in business for 15 years, and if you're having issues with your debt or you want to lower your monthly payments, work with them. A+ rated with the Better Business Bureau. No complaints, and you can trust these people. These bankers are getting rich. These CEOs are getting rich. Nobody's trying to help out the little guy, the buck from Charleston that's running an excavating company, or the go shuck yourself that does a, seal and repair on your asphalt parking lots. Hard-working son of a... I don't know what Hootie Hoo does for a living, but if you need help with your debt, and with every sign-up, you get a book written. You get a complimentary book written by their CEO, the debt dietitian. Call them now. Total Financial Freedom. 866-844-7344. That's 866-844-7344. Total debt. Good people. Blitz, can you do me a favor? Well, maybe not. Well, yeah, preferably today if you have the key.
Okay.
Can you move the BMW show car?
Yeah.
The highly sought after $45,000 BMW show car. I got the slot all ready for you.
Okay.
You can pull it in, back it in, whatever. You got a nice big old slot there. And then, Lummy, we're going to start, just doing our parking deal. Your slot 1, Red slot 2. I think Blitz is 3 and Honest 4. Is that how it is? Or is Gus 3 and Blitz is 4? I don't know.
I'm 4.
You're 4?
Mm-hmm.
And I don't even think in position 4 that you can hit the building unless you just would turn your wheels to
I could. But I won't.
But you won't.
No.
The Merch Crick has informed me that there's 10 flags left. We blew through 100 flags. I'm trying to get a hold of the flag guy and see if I can set an order on 100, maybe order 50. Some 30-ounce tumblers have been restocked as well. The Bubba Signature Arctic laser-engraved BTLS tumblers, which, by the way, I love. I use mine every day.
It's awesome.
Same.
Also, don't forget, we've really been turning up the OnlyFans account. That's at TheBubbaArmy as well, and there is some stuff. I watch it every day. Granted, I got a free account, but I'm just saying.
It's good stuff.
I went on there yesterday.
Huh?
I went on there yesterday.
Yeah, there's some pretty wild stuff on there. Lummy, there's a lot of Lummy in there.
Oh, sweet. I haven't seen it.
Lummy on the
because you lived it
on the Sop Eye double Zop Loppy.
Oh yeah.
Rop double E lop.
Mm-hmm.
Do you know what I'm saying?
Yes.
They substituted the pumpkin deal with you and the honeycomb T-shirt.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Because that's so much more, cooler.
Yeah.
Spice Boy throwing a pumpkin at Tom the Tree Man.
Anyone could do that.
Lummy, fresh-faced, young Lummy getting accosted by a grizzly bear. That's cool.
That was also in a movie, so a movie star bear.
What do you mean?
He was in Jackass.
Oh, the bear?
Yeah.
Right. I was watching some of that, man. Have you guys ever seen like when that cobra popped out of the?
Oh, that thing was.
We had at the other studio, Anna, we had this guy named David Weathers, and he was an animal handler for like Jackass and movies and things like that. And he called him the Cobra Kid. And he had this cobra in a box, and he brought it out and opened up, and the cobra popped out.
Oh, hell no.
And then David Weathers took this red balloon and blew it up, and then inched closer and closer to the cobra, and the cobra lunged at him and bit the balloon, but didn't bit his face off. It's pretty wild.
No
He brought a couple animals in. He brought an alligator in.
I didn't even have Blitz with snake shot at that time because what if that cobra just started running?
Yeah, just on its feet.
Well,
started
no,
hauling ass.
no, but let's just say, Blitz, here I am standing where I am, and the studio configuration was kind of the same, where everybody was around me, but it was far smaller scale.
And you'd have been stuck.
And let's say that cobra started hauling ass around Hatley and made a quick right, and it's just me. I think I would have got on the chair and got on. I would have been
jumped over the console.
How many of you guys would be scared if a cobra was chasing you?
Super scared.
Me all the way.
I don't mind. I'm not snake guy. I'm not gonna go pick one up. But I don't mind snakes. But a cobra, man, no, thank you.
No, exactly.
Aren't they all poisonous, or most of them?
Cobras are not only poisonous, but they got those badass hoods, and they're like a bodybuilder that's spreading their back out. But
I know.
They look cool as hell. That thing was mad and then he brought a rattlesnake. Which ones are more deadly, rattlesnakes or cobras? Hard telling. We had them both in our studio.
Yeah, I think a cobra, but it depends on
what kind.
Exactly.
And then he brought the monkey in, and then he brought an alligator.
Then he brought a monkey in on it, and the monkey. The only rule was don't smile. So they had the monkey sitting like where you would be. And then it would be like where Dan would be sitting would be Spice Boy, and you would be where Brent. So the configuration used to be Lummy, where Lummy sits was Manson, and then where Dan sits was Spice Boy, and then where you sit, but all closer to me, was Brent Hatley.
Yeah.
Well, we brought the monkey in.
I don't know the language on that, but
is this bad?
No, it's the rattlesnake from the studio, or not the rattlesnake, the cobra.
Hold on here. Language is probably pretty bad. Oh, yeah. Wait till David puts the snake so it's right by your feet. All right, hold on. Must have been cold out. This movie. He's got a bunch of other stuff. I don't know where long. Okay, so watch this, Hannah. I'm not even going to probably be able. Look at this. Look at this. Good morning, Dave. Man.
Yeah, no.
Blitzy, I know you're the toughest man I know, but I wouldn't be doing that.
Well, Blitz isn't dumb, though.
Yeah.
Okay, that's all we need. Dave, you're going to get bit.
What a beautiful animal.
What a beautiful animal.
That
animal. He's trying to kill you.
That was Brent.
That was Brent.
Oh, I know.
Hold on, let me see if. I think this is where it.
Oh, you didn't even show the whole thing?
I don't know. I didn't.
Dumb.
I know
him.
Yeah, I don't know
I'm
what.
saying him.
Oh, this is from David Weathers. It's hard telling what he showed.
Dude.
So we brought this monkey in, Anna, and it was sitting like between where you and Dan would sit.
Yeah.
And it was just sitting there. It had a leash because it could lunge at you and bite you. But it was a little monkey. It was like, probably like, what would you say? Like maybe, 15 pounds?
Yeah, it was tiny.
Something like that.
Yeah.
Like a little macaque.
Or a capuchin.
Like a capuchin or a macaque.
Okay.
And it had a leash on it just so, you could reel it in.
Right.
So David Weathers said, listen, it'll just sit here and it likes grapes. So we put grapes inside of 25's afro. So it had to pick out the grapes.
Oh, no.
And it was, and do you know how monkeys, groom themselves?
Yes, each other.
Yeah, so we put some grapes on a lot of people's head, but 25 had the hair that was more conducive to hiding things. So this monkey is picking out grapes of 25's head, And it's loving the grapes. 25's kind of freaking out a little bit. Let me. Is this potentially?
Yeah, it's at 5:30.
Let me
with
tell
the
you.
balloon.
5 what?
5:30 with the balloon.
All right, here we go. Watch this on. I don't know how the language is going to be.
In his mouth.
Some of this is on our new OnlyFans.
He's blowing up the balloon. Now he's getting closer to this.
Now this is a rattlesnake right here.
Snake. He's kind of dodging back and forth with the snake. Oh,
no way in hell. First of all, I'm not fast.
He's trying to get the snake's attention.
First of all, I couldn't even hold myself up with one hand like that. So I would be, my arms would be,
Oh, snake's kind of retreating. Oh, he's turning back around. Now the balloon is in his mouth. It's a purple balloon. Dave's blowing it up a little bigger.
Blitz, what if, you happen to just blink when he lunged? Just that, 1 little second.
Oh, well.
Don't blink.
It's like you're getting bit in the mouth.
Oh. Snake is cowering.
That was a hack.
Swipe at it. Couldn't quite get it. Dave's getting really close now.
Fast.
Really close.
This
to the snake.
guy with his stupid chain. Did you guys?
Anna, if
you pulled like a Joe Rogan reaction.
I did. Wouldn't you?
Hell yeah.
You would have TT'd your pants.
Oh, I would have
turning
F'd
back around.
myself.
Now the balloon is in his mouth. It's a purple balloon. Dave's blowing it up a little bigger. And the snake is cowering. Took a swipe at it.
That's the first hack.
Quite get it.
Spice was good at play-by-play. Thief.
Dave's getting really close now. Really close to the snake.
Oh! Yeah! I was a pussy.
That's
fucked up. Oh, yeah.
Hey, what's up?
Oh my God! Hold on. Does it show? It shows slow motion, right? Lummy?
It's even fast in the slow-mo.
Even slow mo. It's
man. Oh damn! I want to see slow mo Bubba. Hey!
Look at this. Bam!
Jeez.
Big old fangs too.
We did some really
Dumb
crazy stuff.
Crazy stuff.
So, this monkey was there, Anna, and the only rule was let it eat its grapes. It loves its grapes. We put some in 25's head. We put some in Hatley's bald head. We put one in Spice Boy's cap for him to get out of the cap. Well, the rule was don't smile or show your teeth. Because
I know. I've been around monkeys before, and don't look at them in their face.
Yeah, and so you're kind of supposed to talk like you're not, you're not supposed to show your, because it thinks that if you're smiling because something's funny, ha 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 ha.
It thinks you're a threat.
Right. It sees, and boy, your teeth. I mean, they would see.
Oh, I know. I have a picture of me actually doing this. I'll find it.
And because when monkeys see your teeth, they don't know that you're smiling and happy.
They just see threat.
They think that you're showing them teeth, and then they're like, okay, you want to get cute? Let's go. And monkeys like to whip ass. What you've had?
When I was in Thailand, I went to Monkey Island. Or was it in Thailand, Vietnam, somewhere where we went to a Monkey Island, and they told us that, and they're like, "Oh, go ahead and feed them." So I'm really awkwardly trying to feed them without getting murdered.
I hate to interrupt, but god damn, your left try looks great, and your shoulder.
Oh, this guy.
Yeah. You look good as hell. There, look at that.
Oh, damn.
Yeah.
All right.
Striations for days.
Yeah, my lat.
Look at that back. Look at that. Look at that.
The lower part of my lat is also coming in.
The lat that's not exposed by your tank.
Yeah, but when I do bent over rows, you can see it pop out a little bit.
My Lord.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
You're gonna be able to whip Blitz's ass in the gym here
soon.
soon.
Yeah, no, but it looks nice. It's more just for
I like it.
Thank you. Can we just for show?
Can we just have you face? Can Blitz
just face around so you don't have to see my face and just my back?
Can you put an extension on her mic that she just talks backwards?
Sure.
Anna, for real, I know. Put your back to the no, not for real, but put your back to the camera once. And then I'm not trying to be a creeper, even though is it come across creepy that I'm trying to acknowledge that you got a really
I appreciate it. I work really hard on my back.
But you got a really nice looking set of shoulders and back. That looks great.
Thank you.
Blitz, I'm not a hop a rop dop. I'm just trying to put your girl.
Oh
over
wow, look at those rear delts, looking good.
And most people forget their back. Most people
Especially
train
women.
their arms, their chest,
Mm-hmm.
and now girls are working on their butt and legs a little bit. But most women, a lot of people don't train their back at all.
No.
Like
and
they
I think
should.
it's such a sexy part of a woman when you have like a nice, like defined, not overly defined, but a little bit. It's
Yeah,
nice.
it does, especially when you wear like something.
Especially when you got no tees. It's nice.
It does take away from your lack of
Right.
tees.
Exactly.
Like I saw hers, but like, her tees are. But my God, that back's popping. I could almost.
Back is pop.
I can't F the tees, but I might be able to F the back.
Right.
Well, we're looking for this picture that you're supposed to
Yeah,
be
I know.
sending.
I'm
Can't
looking
find
for it,
Don't
but
worry
I'll
about
find it.
We'll move on.
Okay.
So Dennis Rodman now plans to travel
like
to Russia
The international foreign broker over here
to
doing
help
deals.
the Brittany Griner deal. Now, what is Dennis Rodman?
Did you watch that documentary of him?
No,
Oh,
I didn't.
to Korea, South Korea?
I didn't know. I didn't
North
know it was
Korea. Oh my God, what a jackass!
Yeah,
where
it's
he got
good.
all drunk and he was just
What is
acting
it?
a fool.
Was it out? It's been
Oh,
out
it's
a
been
while
out for years.
Yeah,
Right.
it's been out a while. We
But if you
watched it a long time ago.
I finished watching I Killed My Dad last night.
I thought you said it wasn't very good.
It's only 3 episodes, and so I've been through 2.
Okay.
And so I was like, I might as well get through the last one.
Right.
And I got to tell you, man, Blitz would not have liked the decision the prosecuting attorney made. I did. I liked it. And I'm not going to, because it'll be a spoiler alert if I tell you. But I really, really, really liked. I really liked what it was. A woman.
What's it called?
I Killed My Dad, and it's on Netflix. It's 3 episodes about this kid who I think was maybe 17, 18, maybe 16, 17, something like that. And his dad had abused him all of his life to the point where he wouldn't let him socially interact with anybody. And his dad originally stole him from his mom when he was like 4 out of Texas and then moved to Baton Rouge. And his dad was kind of a successful engineer, but led this double life and was super, super abusive to this kid to the point where he never let this kid go to school. He was homeschooled his entire life. Even though he was 16 and 17, he had about a 11 or 12-year-old mentality when they tested him. And, his dad was an alcoholic and would beat on him and all. Oh, hold on here, Anna. And you're like, okay, I'm not looking at you.
They're like, don't look at him.
I'm
Don't
not-
look at him in his face. Don't show your
You
teeth.
look cute as hell there.
So I'm just looking away, and they're like, feed
What's
him.
changed? Like, you look hot.
I'm older.
Oh.
That's probably it.
How old were you there?
23.
Oh, God dang. This is way young, Anna.
Mm-hmm.
Blitz is straight bone right now.
I am.
Mm-hmm.
Damn.
Oh, no, there's way better pictures than that.
Well,
I mean,
send
I
them.
was really
Pray tell.
slugging it.
Now, were you...
Slumming it.
Was this little monkey, were you able to feed him? Were you able to touch
Yeah.
him? Was he...
Yeah.
I've always thought it would be cool to have a little monkey like that.
Yeah, it was a whole island full of monkeys.
Really?
Oh, yeah.
Now, would
That
they...
little monkey would beat your ass.
I think that was in Halong Bay in
You're
Vietnam.
right, Blitz. It probably would beat
I
my
know it
ass, but
would.
I'd also teach you to beat your ass, too.
It wouldn't put up with your crap for a second.
Yeah, well, you'd have to shoot it off yourself because I would train it. Say, see that guy over there? Attack him. And then Blitz would retrain him to not attack him, but to
Dude,
attack me.
That monkey would come in the studio and just start ripping wires out.
Oh, it would. And you'd have to snake shot him.
I would too.
Didn't the bodyguard of Michael Jackson come on and say the monkey was messing with him and he wanted to shoot him?
No, I'll tell you this, though. I don't know if I'm supposed to be saying this or not, but Tony Stewart had this monkey called Mojo.
Mm-hmm.
He was a little mean mother effer, but there were 2 people that Mojo knew he couldn't screw with. Gooch and Sumo. So this monkey would be running around the bus, causing hell, and literally Gooch had to throttle it up a few times. Now, if you know Gooch is like 6'6", 350. Big dude.
Right.
Big dude. And this little monkey didn't give a crap on how big Gooch thought he was. He was going to try Gooch. Well, that happened one time. Gooch literally yoked his ass up, like had him in a Undertaker, let me had him up like this. Had the little monkey up like this.
Nice.
And the monkey never messed with him. And then Gooch told Sumo, I'm telling you, you got to show that monkey who's alpha because he'll try you the very first day. And Sumo did the same thing. And so the monkey avoided Sumo and Gooch, but would mess with everybody else. It would come in and it would literally bite you.
That's a Vietnamese deli.
Oh, okay. I don't know if I can show this.
Oh, wow.
I mean, can I?
Those are frogs, by the way.
Yeah.
And they were alive in the bag.
Yeah, I don't think I can show those.
Oh, yeah. Sorry.
I'm a member of PETA, too. I don't think slaughtered frogs is a good look for us. Bubba the Love Sponge finally canceled. No, not because Ana Paulina Luna finally sued him, but he showed slaughtered frogs from Vietnam. So those little monkeys, man, they will whip your ass.
They're very vicious.
And this little mojo mother effer, they'd be flying in Tony's plane, and he would run up to the cockpit and start hitting buttons.
Mm-hmm.
And the pilot's like, Tony, guy, and you're like, he's going to hit a button that could
take us out
catastrophically, turn a motor off or something.
You got to give him some grapes.
Yeah.
And throw it at him. Honestly, I was almost attacked by a baboon, and baboons are giant monkeys, by the way, in South Africa. And I forgot I had a piece of fruit in my backpack, and they will come up to you and like beat the ass out of you.
Just for that one little piece of fruit.
Yeah, they can smell it. It's scary.
NBA star Dennis Rodman said that he has plans to travel to Russia to help advocate for Brittany Griner's release. He says that he has permission. He's gotten permission.
From who?
And he's not stating who. And he says that he's
drunk.
Carmen Electra.
And then and when the Basketball Hall of Famer was asked as whether he knew Putin, he said, "I knew he knows Putin, quote unquote, too well." So what does that mean? How would he know Putin?
Maybe through Kim Jong-un.
You know what? Maybe.
Yeah.
Maybe.
He's got a thing for dictators.
Now, when he went over to North Korea, did he just make an ass out of himself? Because I did talk to him privately. I had him on the air, and the day before I talked to him privately about being on the air. And I'm like, Dennis, how was South Korea? North Korea. And he was like, I don't know if I can probably get into what he said.
The parties.
By the way, his statement was, "I got permission to go to Russia to help that girl."
Oh yeah, that's.
I'm trying to go this week. That was his exact quote.
Now, what he needs to realize is he better be triple. I mean, Dennis likes to party. Dennis likes to party a lot.
So
He better not have anything on him or do anything over there because, I mean, the next thing you know, they arrest Dennis Rodman.
Oh, yeah.
Right? How much of a crap storm would that be?
Mm-hmm.
Thing about it is Dennis Rodman probably would be doing something that would be arrestable. I mean, because I remember partying with him one time in New Orleans. And we were there for the Packers Super Bowl. Brent, Spice. Manson couldn't go. He was never allowed to go to those things.
That's a trailer for the documentary we watched, I think.
Big Bang and
There's been an extraordinary turn of events in the normally secretive North Korea.
He got on the Blitz. He invited us to his ultra VIP party that he had. These clubs would have parties hosted by these celebrities for Super Bowl. And
wow.
And so we went to his party and we're in his.
That's what he kept saying.
We're in his special little.
Wow.
Yeah.
There you go.
Like, Dennis, man, what's going on, buddy?
Wow.
So, you think about going there maybe to Russia to help?
Wow.
Help that girl?
Wow.
I remember that day. He wouldn't leave either.
And I remember Dion calling me up, going, because Dion was in the studio, and then Dion left.
And then you brought the Penthouse Girls in, and he definitely didn't leave.
And then Dion left before all that, and Dion called me and goes, Sponge, I'm going to be honest with you. I have not seen any more sadder of a sight than a man like Dennis Rodman. He's a Hall of Famer. Sponge, did he have makeup on? Yeah. I thought he had more makeup on than a girl did. By the way, I think we have Dion on maybe next week.
Nice. Cool.
Shut up.
Yeah. So I think we have Dion on maybe next week. And Nelmy, I know you're working on stuff, and Anna, I know you're working on stuff, and all kinds of things. But I did talk to Dion. I texted Dion yesterday, and he said for me to text him Friday or Monday to see what day would be best.
Nice.
And so Deion Sanders probably within the next 2 weeks. So I'm in New Orleans at this ultra VIP club, at this club, and I'm in the ultra VIP Dennis Rodman section. Like they had this half of it roped off, and you can only go into that section if Dennis hand-picked you. Well, he'd already, he let us go. He got on the microphone of the entire nightclub, the DJ microphone, and said this: which one of you hot bitches are going to suck my fill in the blank? If you want to suck my fill in the blank, meet me over here at my VIP section, and literally, I'm not kidding you, 50 to 75 hot chicks showed up, and Dennis goes, you, like picked out half of them to come into his section, drink free for the rest of the night, under the guise of, Blitz, I don't even think you could get in trouble. Be like, Your Honor, I got on the microphone and I solicited these women by asking them if they wanted to suck a certain part of my anatomy. Is that right, Brittany? Yes. So why are you in court today saying that you did that? I don't know.
Major news out of North Korea.
There's been an extraordinary turn of events in the normally secretive North Korea.
They could now conceivably strike the west coast of the United States.
Reports from North.
Wait, whatever happened to Brian Williams? Just because he just kind of
white lied as a journalist?
Yeah, but he didn't. I mean, he lied. He did. He lied. But is it really worth, getting blackballed?
He went back on, MSNBC, I think?
Yeah, but again, MSN, please.
His daughter is one of the hottest, most beautiful women I've ever seen.
North Korea.
You must send me something immediately.
Let's say the second most powerful man in the country has been executed.
Welcome to North Korea. Relationships between North Korea and the West have always been frosty.
Hold on, is that people?
Yeah.
Or is that computer graphics?
No, it's people.
Blitz, for real.
Yeah.
The one man is on a mission to change all that. With a basketball.
Go, 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 go. Defense, 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 defense.
They sent me a picture of Kim Jong-un shooting some baskets wearing a 91 Rodman Bulls jersey.
I'm picking 12 of the best players here to play against the NBA All-Stars.
Get your ass wet.
Watch this.
The Bad News Bears of basketball. Oh, now supposedly I was watching a documentary a few days ago that if you take, there's rules on even if you take pictures of these two statues. There's rules. Like if you take a picture and you crop it, or you don't include both. There's all kinds of rules just on taking that picture of these statues. They can execute you.
Obviously, the one on the left. But...
That's Brian Williams' girlfriend.
No, that's his daughter.
His daughter?
Yeah.
Hot.
Yeah.
Allison?
Yeah, she's
Always
just like a
name.
stunning classic beauty.
I would argue to change policy, first you have to change your mind. You have to have some new thinking. You have to have a different idea.
So you bring in Dennis Rodman with an 86 Benz. Looked like my 420 that was really a 560.
And they're coming to get something. And our job is not to give them anything.
No. I was just saying. No, I don't give a shit what I'm just right.
Get that, Eddie, get that.
Yeah, I thought it was beeped.
No, the one wasn't.
None of these people in the world that's way more famous than I am are doing what I'm doing.
You never find it that you didn't meet Kim Jong-un. Don't do that shit, man.
That one wasn't either.
Hey,
Yeah, if you haven't seen this, Bubba, it's a good watch.
It's pretty good?
Yeah, it's worth watching.
Did it get into the salacious stuff?
A little bit.
Because supposedly him and Kim Jong would have orgies.
Oh, it didn't talk about that, but...
There would be literally 20 and 30 girls that were just in a room, and they were all to take care of Rodman and anything he wanted.
Yeah, it didn't say that, but it's just still
and I think
worth the
Rodman
watch.
has talked about that in some various circles where, it was all types of debauchery. And at the end of the day, I don't think that if you're a girl in North Korea and, Kim Jong wants to blast you, I don't think there's no checks and balances.
Oh, no.
To potentially bad things that may have happened to you, right? You can't go to the police department and say, hey, I just got, if Joe Biden, well, it's not a very good example, but, if a famous politician or the leader of our country was to, accost a woman, let's go back to the Monica Lewinsky deal, right? And that was just oral. Look how much that hemmed up Bill, right? Can you imagine the things that are happening in North Korea? And these girls don't have any way.
Girls?
Women.
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 Anybody. They're lucky if they're probably getting banged out by Kim Jong-un. The rest of them don't have food to eat.
Oh, I guess that's
like
worse.
it's literally like one of the saddest places on the planet.
So like if you're a girl and you have an opportunity to bang Kim Jong and have like some food, you might want to.
Best case scenario for
nutrition.
women in North Korea is to get outsourced by someone who is willing to take you as a sex slave into China. That's how people are escaping. And the way they keep people in is if you defect and you leave, they'll kill your whole family.
Hold on. So let's say...
So that they're like, hey, if anybody leaves, it's not just you that gets punished if we find you. We're going to kill your entire family or put them in an internment camp.
So let's say, Anna, you're a chick and you got to get the hell out of there and you want to get out of there.
Mm-hmm.
So they come over after you've left and they go over to Phil and your mom and be like, hey, Anna left. And they're like, well, what do you think we can do about it? We told her to stay. They're like, and they kill you.
Yeah, I mean, they'll kill your whole family.
Sugar Mama season purchase $200 cash PayPal.
There's this woman that I follow, and she defected out of North Korea, and she the way she survived was she got sold as a sex slave into China.
Now, can you have a North Korean mail order bride? Could you go over there and bring one back?
I don't think they allow their people to leave. They don't want people to know how they do things over there.
Mm-hmm.
That's why they don't have like the internet.
Do you think there's
it's one of the
some real hotties over there though?
I mean, I'm sure
Let me Google me North Korean hot chicks.
There's probably
and see if there's anything up. All right.
Yes, sir.
The Bubba Radio Network will return after this.
So, like, if you went over there and, like, I know they have trips because I was watching this one thing where this kid went over, but you got to be part of a group, and they make you stay in this hotel, and they
yeah, and that's how that Otto von whatever his name was got fucking botulism and shit. Here, this woman, Yonomi Parker. She's like permanently, because she was so malnourished. She's like this tiny person.
Tell me when you send it.
But I watched her whole podcast on Rogan. I think she got fake tits. She looks good. But she details like the.
Oh my God, she's hot as fuck.
Yeah, she's probably like 80 pounds. No, she's North Korean. She defected. She got into China because a woman helped her become a sex slave.
No, but she was a North Korean.
Yes. And then she escaped to China and went into South Korea and then made her way to the States.
I think she got some plastic surgery.
Yeah, probably. But she's trying to bring awareness to the whole thing. But her body's like permanently damaged because she was so malnourished. So she's like super tiny.
What was cuff counter?
But
56 months.
And she speaks out a lot against the left because she's like, this is some bullshit. Like, you want to be a communist country? Well, I came from a fucking communist country and it sucks.
And as bad as we think we got it here.
Yeah, I mean.
This is a walk in the park compared to over there.
She said that she remembers seeing a guy like begging for bread and his like intestines were hanging out of his abdomen and he was just hungry. But he was gonna die.
Bubba, are you going to Arby's? Because they have a new sandwich actually that just came out this week.
What is it?
It's a prime rib, like
Well, I was gonna go to Arby's today.
Are you gonna stay?
The fish sticks.
This one just came out this week though. It's a commercial for it.
All right, can you send me Arby's fish sticks too?
Yep. Fish strips. Review. DDP for life. Big man 028, 54 months. That Gary looked good. Good morning, Bubba's Butt Fart. Hootie is. What you got? DDP for life. Good morning. Stop and go, Steve. Bubba's Butt Fart. Hootie is. Wilbur's Afterbirth. Good morning. Off my screen, please.
Now, is that other sandwich limited?
Yes, it is. But that one just came out Monday. So I don't think there's a lot of videos on it.
I'm going to do it.
And the fish is good, but I mean, that one looks good.
Fish and chiz. Say it.
Fish and chiz. There you go, Henstar. You might need to. Good morning, Thuggish Ruggish Nerd. Dark Match Steve. Try hopefully pretty soon.
You want one of your meals today, Sponge?
Yeah.
Okay. Like next break, maybe?
Sure.
Okay.
Whatever's good for you.
Okay.
Thank you.
You're not going to be so Eeyore about it, man.
It's fucking Eeyore Willie.
You're like, yeah, whatever's good
You
for
can only
you.
eat those so long, motherfucker. I mean...
I know.
Premium title ceiling fan. Oh, of course, long gone silverfish. What's up, Bronx? 161 Street. Oh, you're on Twitch now. Sweet. It was good meeting you at the game. Rugged H.
I know. Alright, Sponge, you want the Cajun style chicken and shrimp or the
Cajun?
Sweet and sour shrimps.
That wasn't the choices.
Or Cajun.
Made to order.
Cajun style chicken and shrimp or sweet and sour chicken?
Yeah, first one.
Okay.
Yeah.
Let's see, want you to mix them.
I gotta poop.
I'll have the fried chicken.
I missed the gym. I didn't
Bubba!
poop. I didn't poop. Fucking this Kevin Hazlett thing's got me fucking torn up. God damn it.
It's all that fucking bitch's fault.
Fucking Donald Trump's fucking fault.
Yup.
Asshole. Fucker.
While you're constipated.
Fuck you, Donald Trump. I'm done. I ain't voting for nobody. I'm voting for myself again, Lummy. I'm writing my shit in.
Live from the Sunbelt Rental Studios, it's the Bubba.
Hi, I have a question for Dan.
I'm his boyfriend and his assistant. Dan's not here right now. He's probably in surgery right now, saving, some women's breasts.
He goes on and on. How can Dr. Dan keep the strap so long? A couple days a week, Bubba buys some flowers and pretends that they're dating for 3 straight hours. Ladies call in and beg please, cause they want a few CCs. Bubba reaches over to Dr. Dan to give his leg a squeeze. They got girls that don't want to pay for him, so Bubba's gonna have to go gay for him. Women line up at 9 in the morning and Dr. Dan makes them wait for him. Did you ever want to ask the sponge? Trust me, if Bubba likes you, then he can get you jugs for free.
Were you calling in to Dan about what, like maybe the ins and outs of new jugs?
Absolutely not.
Oh, you weren't? Oh.
Yeah. Jugs for free. I wish that Dan would put a pair on me. Romina's been waiting since grade 3, and Anna has small T energy. Daily, Bubba puts pressure on ya, cause he wants Dan to put double deckers on ya. If you ever wanna go a size up, Bubba Clem can get you signed up. And while you're getting new knocks, Bubba steals syringes full of Botox. And then you're in the clear once he sneaks you past Dr. Dan's cashier. Did you ever want to ask the sponge? Trust me, if Bubba likes you, then he can get you jugs for free.
You didn't want new knockers, did you? Because I could get you some.
Don't tempt me.
I still don't know who Melissa Carpenter is. She's qualified for Barb. Email us, Melissa, show@TheBubbaArmy.com so we can get your sizes. Matthew Hoxie. I just got a bunch of people that have qualified. I'm working on my list. Blitz and I have a working doc that we're very fancy. This working doc that we share, and we're roughing in the ring list, so to speak. Not to be confused with the Hall of Famer list, Lummy.
Yes, sir.
The Hall of Fame class of 2022, the Big Phildo, Big Red, Travis, Mike Bellagio, Hierarchy 65, Larry Bueller, Subking, J.B. Wood, also known as Homeless Drew Garabo, Greg and Amy, R.C. Helleman, Slam and Phoebe's Beeve, 843 Bubba, D and Avac, Poodle Ballin', Bubba's Kanks, and Go Shuck Yourself. We pave, we seal. Lummy, I have paid I've paid that place that makes the files in full. Did you know that?
Yes, sir.
In full.
Yes, sir.
Like, so and Blitz, you know that I put 50% deposit on the rings yesterday as well.
Yep.
So, like, we are way ahead of the game. Please, Lummy, stay on this, okay, buddy?
I got to talk to Blitz today about a couple people's information to get. They haven't been on chat in a while.
All right, who have you gotten so far that I can throw attaboys that have provided you with a picture that's good enough for this company? Because I know there's all types of little parameters that they like, you know.
Yeah. Big Red.
All right, you got him. So I'm going to put a little check mark. He's been very responsible, okay.
Hierarchy 65.
All right, hold on. Hierarchy 65, okay.
Larry Bueller, Subking.
Larry Bueller, very responsible individual.
Homeless Drew.
J.B. Wood, Homeless Drew.
FT, Greg and Amy.
F to both.
Yep.
Fantastic.
And Go Shuck Yourself. We pave, we seal.
What about Mike Bellagio?
No, he's busy. He's been busy.
Mike Bellagio. Phildo.
Target's got him working overtime.
Yeah.
R.C. Helleman, Slammin' Phoebes, 843 Bubba, D and Avac, Poodle Ball, and Bubba's Kanks, please.
D and Avac reached out to me the other day and told me to give his information to Lummy, so I'm going to do that today.
Yeah, so, yeah, Blitz and I I was going to talk to him after the show.
Please, guys. Please. Now, tomorrow at 5 o'clock, there will be a brand new chicken sandwich review dedicated to the great Phil K. Hummel. And Blitz, I'm a little bit torn. I need you to help me out here.
Okay.
Arby's. I was going to go to Arby's and get the fish and sticks, or the new Arby's limited time breaded fish strips. Okay. I was going to get those, but Lummy said, but those have been out a while, and they're gonna and they're gonna be only available till the end of this month.
Yeah, they're onto their new prime rib,
right?
Whatever.
Right.
That's why I said it. Yeah.
Now this is brand new. It's not been out very long at all.
Since Monday.
So again, it's 4 days old. So I'm thinking about Blitz, maybe going and getting this, because we listen. It's a chicken sandwich review, but when a restaurant comes out with a specialty item, we like to highlight that. Because, these chicken sandwiches from Dairy Queen and Hardee's and Bojangles and Steak and Shake, they're not going anywhere. Like, Hardee's is not going to stop making a chicken sandwich. I got plenty of time to get to Hardee's. I got plenty of time to get to Chick-fil-A. I got plenty of time to get to Steak and Shake and Polio Tropical, Bojangles, DQ. But when you do a limited time run on something, I got to get there so that I can,
Like the Wagyu burger or whatever it was.
God, that was an unbelievable hamburger for fast food.
Mm-hmm.
Now, Lummy, this is what you're suggesting that I try tomorrow. So, Blitz, do you think it's okay that I do the prime? Here's what I'm thinking about doing: is the prime cheesesteak.
Are you going to wash it down with an orange cream shake?
No, I'm washing it down with water or a Coke.
Oh, okay, because that's their new drink for right now, too, at Arby's.
So, I'm thinking about getting this
limited time.
This will be what will be the food review, sponsored by Phil K. Hummel. I'm just going to say that my food review is sponsored by Phil K. Hummel.
How about Jay?
I'm saying, but Phil K. could be a show business name.
Okay, that works.
Phil K. Hummel.
Yeah, he'll respond to that.
I need him to give me $1. That way I can say it's a paid sponsorship.
Okay, yeah, I can arrange that.
Can you maybe lend me I need you to give me $1 on behalf of your father.
Sure.
And that way, Blitz, we can say it's a documented paid sponsorship.
Mm-hmm.
Okay?
Yep.
Be like, hey, it's Bubba, and this is my chicken sandwich review. It's all sponsored by Phil K. Hummel.
Do you want me to Venmo it to you?
No, I prefer cash. 4 quarters would even work 10 times.
Okay.
20 nickels.
Okay.
I will not take 100 pennies.
Okay.
I got quarters here.
Yeah, go to your boyfriend, rub his penis, and take those 4 corners right out of
from Daytona Beach.
Blitz, would you give your girl 4 quarters if she did, gave your little snake a rub?
Yeah, but only if she did that.
Right.
Otherwise, no quarters for you.
So on a next break, I know you're going to be rubbing some snake, aren't you,
Yes,
honey?
I am.
Then I want you to present.
Because you know why? Because I'm a team player.
Yeah, and you see, you got to understand, you're being a team player with your boyfriend, and you're being a team player with your
Dad,
dad.
this is for you.
Phil K. Hummel.
Yeah.
And I want you to hand me the quarters in my hand and say, "This is my dad. He is paid in full."
Yep.
And my chicken review will be sponsored now by Phil K. Hummel.
Mm-hmm.
Attention foodies. With this fusion of prime rib steak, melted provolone, and other magical melty stuff, Arby's is now official.
Blitz, so far it looks like there's nothing. Like I might get this thing stock. I like peppers and onions.
Oh.
So I don't know that I have to, white trash it up with my cheese and ketchup only.
Actually, a fusion restaurant. Chef Smooch, Arby's, we have the meat. Attention foodies. With this fusion of prime rib steak.
All right, to me it looks like it's got prime rib steak, like provolone or some type of cheese.
Melted.
And then it looks like it's got maybe like a red and some onions, some maybe caramelized onions with some peppers. And that, to me, Blitz, looks like it didn't look like there's any mayonnaise, which I don't like.
That's all there is.
No mustard.
Nope.
Provolone and other magical melty stuff. Arby's is now officially a fusion restaurant.
You know how nice it's going to be, Blitz, to say, yeah, hello, welcome to Arby's. Yeah, I'd like the prime rib cheesesteak.
Oh, everything on it?
As is, ma'am. Sir?
Is this Bubba Love Sponge?
Yes, I do a food review. I got nearly 50,000 subscribers.
So ketchup and cheese only, right?
No, bitch. Sir? No, I want it as the way it comes, stock.
Yes, sir. See you around.
You can put ketchup on it?
I'd like to put some ketchup on it, but you know how much heat I'll get?
Oh, yeah.
I get heat.
Chef Smooch.
I might Blitz. A lot of people, when they
Chef Smooch.
A lot of people, when they have a sandwich like this, they'll have some au jus, they like.
Their old ones did have au jus on it.
If this one isn't off for au jus,
it doesn't. It's a cheesesteak. You don't put au jus on a cheesesteak.
Okay, well, I do.
It's fine, Bob.
Is it going to freak people out if I dip it in ketchup?
I
need a ruling.
If you dip it in ketchup, probably not.
If you smothered it in ketchup,
if you had them put ketchup on it, maybe.
What if I ask? Well, sometimes I bring my own ketchup bottle, and I'll just lay a line.
Yeah, I think if you dip it in ketchup, you're good.
I don't think prime rib.
Well, let's get real. It's probably not prime rib.
Right. I think the meat that you get at Arby's is catchable.
Yeah,
catchupable.
Right.
The meat you get at Burns, Charlie's, that's
Correct.
probably not catchupable.
Correct.
But, the meat that you get from goddamn Arby's, I think you can slather with ketchup
so too.
and not be a heathen.
Maybe take your first bite without and then decide.
Yeah. Cut it in half. You know what, Blitz? I'm going to have to. It looks like it doesn't come cut in half. Could I ask? No, I always bring my own knife. I bring my own knife.
Crick always has a knife for you.
Yeah. Now, Blitz, would it be so that because next Wednesday is the 31st, I think.
Mm-hmm.
And Lummy, I think the fish and sticks are going to be offered on Arby's until the 31st or till the 1st of.
I'm at their limited time menu and I don't see them on there.
Really?
Let me go back.
That was something.
I know what it was. It was I forgot to plug Alexa back in, right?
I think it was I plugged Alexa back in. Hey Alexa, good morning.
Good morning.
Yeah, she's not plugged in.
Officially to a dwarf planet on this day in 2006. But words
I thought I had her plugged in.
Probably not all the way. Because you used that cord for $1.99.
Yeah.
I don't see those fish sticks on their menu at all.
It wasn't a limited time until supplies last.
Hey Alexa, does Arby's have fish sticks with fish sticks?
According to an Alexa Answers contributor, Arby's is currently serving fish sandwiches for a limited time.
Oh, fish sandwiches.
Arby's
Like Kenny from South Park.
Yeah.
All right. I will not do, because I got a lot of heat from this blitz. I will not do 2 of them in one day where I don't drive through because, boy, I got a ton of heat.
Would you eat or drink the Arby's Orange Creams shake? That's what they're pushing right now. That's their limited time.
You got to get that.
Nothing says summer is here.
What does Phil Jake Hummel say?
He wants it.
It's made with natural orange flavoring.
The guy that's paying for all of this via his sponsorship, I should probably ask Phil J.K. Hummel.
That's what he wants.
Does he want me to try out the creamsicle?
He wants everything. He doesn't care. And he'll eat and drink none of this because he's a vegan, but he loves it.
It's like he likes to live vicariously through my fat ass.
Exactly.
Right?
Right.
He's like, you know what? I don't eat any of this nonsense, but I like Bubba to eat it for me.
Yeah, and he just thinks that you are so funny.
He does?
Yes.
I think he's funny.
Right.
Does he ever tell you to quit being a bitch and you better be nicer than me or you're going to lose your job?
Yeah.
No, for real.
Yeah, and he's like, he sides with Bliss on everything.
Well, you know why?
Because
he knows that you are in a really special, unique radio opportunity that probably, listen, I'm not trying to put any of us over, but you'll probably never, not money-wise, you could probably go make more money. I don't know. But you may not ever get this sort of opportunity, this
no doubt,
uniqueness ever again.
Ever.
I don't know that it exists.
It's a goddamn circus here, and that's why I love it.
And I don't know that it exists. I mean, I don't know that this paradigm, did I use that correctly?
Yes.
I don't know that this paradigm exists within the regular
Certainly
radio.
Does not. This
it barely
paradigm
exists here.
Right.
Yeah.
Fish and chips is a British thing. But Southern Hush Puppy breaded fish strips with fries, that can only be Arby's, Governor. Arby's,
that looks good as
I think they're gone.
the meat.
Yummy.
How about
fish and chips is a British thing.
The fish sandwich. Is the fish sandwich still available?
I didn't see anything on Arby's.
You should get that.
Well, you know what, Anna, when I go tomorrow.
Yeah.
No, I'm going today.
Yeah.
When I go today to Arby's to get the prime beef, what's it called, Lummy? The prime
rib
Philly cheesesteak.
Well, prime rib cheesecake or cheesesteak.
When I go to get that, I will get the orange crust Willie, and I'm going to ask I can ask on the drive-through about the fish stuff.
Okay.
Are you guys still doing the fish stuff? You know, the sticks and stuff?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they might have them.
They might. They're like, okay, well, I might be back tomorrow. Because God knows about Blitz, I can't do 2 of them in one day because, oh, my God, people get full hot on the deal. Don't forget, chat, we need your chat ring by Friday. On Friday's show, we're going to figure out who chat wants. You know how every year we give a ring.
Yeah.
Golden Egg Layer, Trickney, Ashley, and Miss Carrie Baby. We've done it for 3 years.
Happened to her?
I don't know.
She's in chat every once in a while.
Is she?
Yeah.
Good.
Yep.
Good. And then, Blitz, we also have to close out the Save the Diacos BARP invitation.
Oh, yeah.
We got to close that out. So we'll do that on Friday as well. I was asking earlier, does North Korea have, any hot chicks, so to speak? And Anna found me a North Korean chick.
Hospital, right? Initially, my sister and I was going to escape. But when North Koreans say when you're...
No, I think this woman's beautiful, Anna, but I think that maybe she's had a lot of work done.
Possibly. She's definitely had her breasts done, no doubt. But I don't know.
Of course, we don't have phones. We don't have a map. We don't know what's the outside world look like.
Right.
Like, you don't even have a map, so you don't even know where to run to.
Yeah. Yeah. And I think she got sold into slavery, sex slavery when she was like 14. And she was trying to. Do you understand? Like
so you're going
it's not like it's like I was stolen from my family. She was looking to get out of the country, and the only way you can do that is if you get sold as a sex slave into China.
So you're like literally like, hey, do you know somebody that could
Right. And the woman that helped her ended up getting killed.
Murdered.
Yeah, by the government.
I just watched a thing, like it was a little trailer about a guy that went to North Korea as part of a group. And that's where I found out about these rules they have. You can only take pictures of certain things.
Was it Shane White?
It might have been.
Vice?
I don't know who it was, but it was a guy. And it was like, so, you can travel to North Korea, but here's the rules and here's how you do it. You got to travel with a group. When you go to your hotel at night, They lock it down. You're not, they close. I think like curfew's like at 8:00 or something. You have dinner and everything inside your hotel. You're not, when you go out, you have to go as a group. And then they happen to be, when he was in North Korea, they had like some kind of marathon. And he signed up for the marathon so he could run it, even though like a 10K deal, even though he was a skinny guy, but so that he could actually mingle, not be kind of break away from his group and be a runner. And he was just talking about the ins and outs of North Korea. What if you were on one of these trips, Anna, okay, and you misbehaved? Like, let's say you like got caught with
chewing gum or something. Yeah, taking a picture of something you're not supposed to.
Maybe like a weed pen or something.
Yeah, or no, let's say something a little bit more, over the top. Like, you were banging one of the waitresses at the hotel. Would they literally come in and kill you?
Well, do you remember Otto Warmbier? Remember that guy?
Yeah, didn't he end up...
They ended up, like, poisoning him with some sort of chemical, with botulism, I think. It's, like, some bacteria.
And then they gave him back to us, and he died, right?
Yeah, and he died. He was, like, brain dead when he arrived, and then I believe he passed.
Luckily, I was living in this border town of North Korea by then. So at night, do you know if you see the satellite photo of North Korea, it is...
Looks like she's got a bubble in her boob.
I think it's a shadow, but yeah, it looks like it.
Yeah. Literally the darkest.
But you know how your tire gets a little side bubble on it? Mm-hmm. She's got a side bubble on her tops.
This place on Earth.
Yes.
We don't have electricity. So I was seeing these lights coming from China. So I thought, like, if I go where the lights were, we would be finding some bowl of rice. So
hold on. Poor thing at night is trying to follow the lights so that she can find a bowl of rice.
Yeah, because they turn the lights off in North Korea.
And I'm mad that Kevin Hazlett got beat.
Right.
Like, my day's ruined. My life is ruined because Kevin...
My life is ruined.
My life is ruined. You know what? Chat makes an interesting point. Is this one of these AI robots? It looks like it, doesn't it?
No,
my sister left with her friend, and she left me a note while I was in the hospital and got removing my appendix. And then as soon as I got out of the hospital, I found a note. And initially, my mom and I went to look for sister where she went. But when we found the lady, she told me that she could help me to go to China that day.
And so this was you and your mother, and you were 13 years old.
Yeah.
So how did you get across, and what was that experience like?
So so I told my mom, like, come with me to China. And my mom was like, my father was home. He was waiting.
They're going to would they kill the dad?
I don't remember. I think the dad died.
The tragic thing for North Korea, we cannot even say goodbye to our loved ones. So if we got caught on the journey, and if my father knew that we were escaping, he's going to be punished so much. So it's better off that he does not know that we were escaping for his own sake.
And how tough would that be to have to escape out of the country? You cannot even tell your dad, and you're going with your mom, and you know that you're going to go be a sex slave at 14.
That's best case scenario.
And that's your goal.
And that is like, that's like,
freedom.
That's like the ultimate.
Because as a sex slave.
That'd be like going to college and being the CEO of Coca-Cola. Like, you just can't nail it anymore, right?
Because being a sex slave, at least you have enough to eat.
Safety. Because they're going to torture you to the point that you're going to say anything. Because they do this all subconscious, like, torture. That they make you not sleep. In a single room has like no air, much air. If you put there for 40 days alone, you go crazy. You say whatever they ask you. So if he actually knew that we were escaping, it wouldn't good for him. He would be dead. So
yeah, I know, but like, all you have to say is like, I didn't know they were escaping. You think those crazy ass North Koreans are going to take his word for it? I think they probably still punish you. Right?
Sure.
So I told him, I'm like, you cannot tell father that we are escaping. So that day
I would like to see those jugs. Wouldn't you, Lummy?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Especially with the left side bubble action.
The bubble.
We climbed up.
You were like, hey, Ashley, I wasn't looking at her jugs. I was trying to see the bubble.
The bubbles.
Like several mountains. And then we went to the riverside. But she had a connection with the guards.
Why did you not bring him with you?
Because he's a man and he was sick. And somehow she said only women can go.
Only women can go.
Yeah, there's nobody wants to have a sex slave dad.
Yeah, who's like sick and old.
Please.
I did not know what she meant by that. She's like, you should just go with your mom. And don't even tell those people that's your mom. She said, like, you are like 18 or something. And my mom was something 30. So she told me that our age was different.
So, and this would somehow or another help you when you were going across?
Yeah.
How would that help you?
I don't know. All she told me was this is going to be helpful. And
well, part of the issue is...
I mean, this chick should run for office, Annalena Paluna one.
In China, there's a disproportionate number of men in comparison to women.
Yeah.
And so they want...
They want women. They want women. Isn't it in China where it used to be Offsville for baby girls?
Female infanticide is pretty common.
What's that called?
Female infanticide,
right,
is pretty common in China and especially in India because of the whole bride price thing and the way they arrange marriages and stuff.
But what is the definition of female infanticide?
Infanticide. So you kill the infant. It's born. It's a girl. You kill it.
Are you kidding me?
No.
There's places that do that.
Well, if you can only have one kid, you want the boy, right?
Right. Well.
So, especially in China, when there was a one-child policy.
But do people do that?
Yes, I think it's less common now, but in India, it's still pretty common.
Yeah, China allows up to 3 children now.
Yeah,
women to come across as that are of legal age, like women that can be married or can, right? Is that the idea behind it?
It's a smuggling. So like you got it right because of one-child policy.
Right.
A lot of girls got aborted in China. So they kept the boys. Now,
so there's many, many men that have no chance of ever finding a woman because there are no women.
Yeah, over 30 million men in the rural areas cannot find wives.
30 million men need wives.
That would suck.
So they...
God, how much would that suck? Not even a big girl.
Yeah.
There's no big girls in China.
The Bubba Radio Network will return after this.
Yeah.
That was fun.
Yeah. They'll be like, ooh, Buddha.
Stretching. I didn't get to the gym today. I didn't get my floor work in.
Can you go to the gym after work?
Oh, fuck no.
Okay, well.
It's just not. That's
that was
just
silly. Okay, my bad.
I'm going tomorrow, though. I've only missed one day.
All right.
I mean, I was there Monday, Tuesday. I just missed today.
Right.
I mean, this chick is fucking me love you long time. Is she not long time?
Me love you long time.
Super hot.
$1 sake. $1.
Women coming over from North Korea are gonna somehow or another collapse the empire.
Bring the machine gun to the guard.
Few more lengths, 13 months.
It's impossible to escape at this time.
It's a crazy story. I listened to her old podcast.
When did they start putting the landmines in? 2 years ago. So this is after you were there the first time.
Now there's no, you don't know something about escaping from North Korea. It's impossible to escape.
Catch new episodes of Joe.
Yeah. Entire.
So.
Chocolate guy with his booty. What is that?
That's
that's Allison?
That's North Korea.
Oh, I can't see shit, dude.
These are North Korean hotties running wild.
Bubba, just letting you know that we can still see your screen on Twitch.
Here you go. Yeah, I'm not doing anything.
I'm just letting you know.
Thank you, babe. Everything up here I plan on showing anyway.
Okay.
Anyway, thank you, Blitz, for this fucking unbelievably prepared with love meal.
Absolutely.
That you stewed over for hours.
At least 30 seconds.
Ooh, what is it?
Some bullshit.
If I brought you in a
you bring me that dense cake again, I'd fucking smash it.
Oh, fuck yeah. I already know what I'm making for the next one. But can I bring you like a pre-made meal that's better?
But like what, babe?
Maybe like a vegetarian lasagna?
Hold on here. Hold on.
No?
You trying?
I need meat. Hold on.
I need meat, Anna. I'm a meat, Anna. I'm a carnivore. The way humans are supposed to be. We're carnivores.
Well, omnivores, but
aren't we, as humans, supposed to be carnivores?
Omnivores.
Like, what are we supposed to be?
Omnivores.
What's that?
Where you eat both.
Oh.
California to New York.
All right. Well,
greenery and also meat. You should try Amy's frozen bowls. Yes. Amy's frozen bowls. That's what it's called. These are actually pretty good.
Amy's fucking hot puss.
Okay.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Ooh, organically made. Yummy, yummy, yummy. Let's see if we can find
Trickney Ashley.
Recipes. Look at this. Shopping. How about this, Bubba? How about these?
How about what?
I'm sending it to you now.
You want one of these bullshit Celsiuses I got over here?
No, thank you.
The worst fucking drink in the history of the modern day world.
What's up, everybody? I'm trying to get Bubba to eat a little bit healthier. Yummy! Look at that.
All right, let me lick some of this shit.
Mac and cheese with cauliflower.
Okay.
3 cheese and kale bake. Brown rice, black-eyed peas, and veggies. How about chili mac?
Maybe.
Vegan. Indian matar paneer.
I'm trying to plug this bitch.
Enchilada with Spanish rice and beans.
That's right. Put her in queue.
Hey Alexa, what day is it?
Very true.
Hey Alexa, what is today?
Very true. Tippy tie side day today.
Wednesday, August 24th. Right. Did you know? I have tips on cleaning and sanitizing.
Oh, there you go.
We ain't got tips on shit, huh?
Yeah, give me a tip, bitch.
I got tips on cleaning.
I don't know that one.
Okay.
What do you mean Bubba being Bubba all the time? What the fuck?
Yeah.
Can I bring you Amy's frozen bowl?
No, they're gross.
How about vegan spinach and cheese ravioli?
Gross.
They're real gross. Even the bowls themselves.
Vegan broccoli and cheese bake.
Hold on those, even the bowls that you cook them in are gross.
Shut the fuck up.
That is true.
Yeah, they're like.
Oh, because you're always eating Amy's vegan bowls.
Yeah, I used to. Back in the day, they've been out for like 15, 20 years.
Okay, that's back in the day. I'm talking about today.
I had them.
What do you mean, chap?
And also, she's a
How about a
vegetarian.
tofu
So
scramble?
She's a vegetarian. She has to eat shit like that.
How about that?
How about
the Arby's?
I'm done.
Prime rib.
You're done.
Cheese.
You're done.
Steak.
Thank you, Cervix Bruiser.
Who got full protection with two.
See, Cervix Bruiser likes Amy's balls. That sounded weird.
Yes, it does. Trey Gary Cantrell.
Amy's cheese enchiladas are so good, said
Live from the Sunbelt Rental Studios, it's the Bubba the Love Spot Show.
This week is people who got full protection with 2 doses and they're starting to see a decline in protection levels.
Boosters are important, but the most important thing we need to do is get more people vaccinated.
The vaccines haven't killed you yet. Your arm burns where they inject. If you don't get the jab, you can't go nowhere.
Vast majority of Americans are doing the right thing.
Inject the kids and household pets, regardless of possible side effects. You still got sick, and that is no fair.
This is a pandemic of the unvaccinated.
Yeah, now you must get a booster. Oh yeah.
I'm moving forward with vaccination requirements wherever I can.
Yeah, better get your booster. Yeah, 'cause you're afraid to die. Oh no, Joe Biden said you're gonna die.
Over 200 million Americans have gotten at least one shot. We've been patient, but our patience is wearing thin, and your refusal has cost all of us.
Walking tall, Moderna man. We got new variants from Afghanistan. And the Haitians that got chased by cowboys.
Apprehended migrants were released before getting a COVID test.
No long-term data, but you're surprised that 3 months later you're hospitalized. And Dr. Fauci is gonna cancel Christmas too. Yeah, now you must get a booster. Ah, yeah. Yeah, better get your booster. You're afraid to die. Oh no, Joe Biden said you're gonna die.
Thank you very much. Now I'm going to get my booster shot.
Is it me or Joe Biden's been kind of laying low lately? I haven't seen a lot of him.
He's been on vacation.
COVID.
I love it. I love when our president's on vacation.
He's watching his wall get built around his house.
Trickney Ashley, 25. Anna did send me the kids' national mullet championships.
Yeah.
And I think I clicked out of it. Anna, if you could find it for me again.
Yeah.
Paul Riviera. Is that Rudy or is that a different guy?
That's a different guy.
$10 on the Venmo, Cash App, PayPal, all at the Bubba Army. Don't forget our fine friends, one of my best clients there is. And that's lightstream.com/BTLS. Interest rates now nationally are about 19% on credit cards, and it might be a great time for you to do a credit card consolidation loan at a fixed rate well below 19, my friend. Thank you, Anna, for that.
Mm-hmm.
A credit card consolidation loan from Lightstream can help you pay off your credit cards and lock in a new low fixed interest rate. Rates start at 5.73% APR with auto pay and excellent credit. From $5,000 to $100,000 is available, and you can sometimes get that money by later that day. Lightstream believes that people with good credit deserve a better credit and loan experience, and that's what they give you. The only way to get this now, you can get a special interest rate discount for my listeners only. The only way to get this discount is to go to lightstream.com/BTLS. LIGHTSTREAM.com.
/BTLS.
Subject to credit approval. Rates range from 5.73% APR to 19.99% APR and include a 0.50% auto pay discount. Lowest rates require excellent credit. Terms and conditions apply. Offers are subject to change without notice. Visit lightstream.com/BTLS for more information. Anna, I think sent this to me earlier this week, and I just got so busy I missed it. Let me see if I can get the volume up on this damn thing. Look at all these damn. See, it gives you this picture that doesn't give it to you, and then it gives you this over here.
Yeah.
And then you got to do that, and then you got to maximize that. And then bring that back to here. I mean, Blitz, I'm practically an IT expert now, having to do all this.
For sure.
We've got that link on our website. Well, the biggest sporting event of the week isn't Mariners or the Little League World Series. It is this, the USA Kids Mullet Championship. I mean, just
That's some commitment.
Look at these kids.
Ugh.
I would like to see the parents that raise these children.
There was a couple of kids in Publix yesterday afternoon that had mullet, like full mullets, like real mullet.
Dear parents, you can't look any dumber as a parent than to give your kid a mullet.
Kind of coming back.
Well, look at all the states that it's from: Arkansas, Virginia, Oklahoma.
I wish my megaphone.
I'll look at it.
Do you want to borrow mine?
No, yours is all. I only do.
It's crappy.
Yours is a crappy one. Mine's
Sun power.
unbelievable.
Yeah.
Although, Blitz, we do have a couple of full-size ones running around here, but they're so big.
I know.
We'll just order a new one.
Icons.
Wow. So, Blitz, you're saying that the mullet's coming back?
Yeah.
Oh, it's back.
Oh, Jesus. On kids or on grown-ups?
I mean,
Are there like 25-year-old co-eds that are doing it?
No, it's mainly kids.
Yeah, it's mainly kids.
Yeah,
but-
I see a lot of adult men.
Finalists with that glorious business in the front, party in the back. You can help decide who will be crowned the.
Look at this kid.
I can't.
Oh, my God. Rustin from Arkansas.
Rustin.
He looks like Joe Dirt.
Oh, my God.
The volume.
You're right on it. The volume.
It's so high.
Yeah, it does look like Joe Dirt.
Best mullet. You can vote online anytime through Friday. We've got that link on our website, by the way, fox13seattle.com. That one's my favorite at the bottom. Brock.
Brock is rocking it.
I mean, he's even
like
got like
Danny
the big
McBride.
old like Oakley's on. I mean,
This woman's lost.
Yeah.
She's completely lost. Most television people don't know how to communicate or be funny spontaneously if it's not written on a teleprompter. Listen to how lost this chick
Yeah, the
is.
anchors don't for sure.
Brock is rocking it.
I mean, he's even got like the big old like Oakley's on. I mean, that's a vibe. Vibe check.
It's something.
I love, good for those.
Then they try to be extra cool and they're stupid. Absolutely stupid. I want to see the parents that are raising these kids. Like, what do they look like? Straight white? I mean, listen, you don't see any black kids in here. This is a white trash thing.
The two kids I saw yesterday were not speaking English.
Oh.
Yep.
Well, I'm not trying to make a hate crime or do hate speech or anything like that because I am white trash. So I can probably call kids white trash, can I? Or probably not.
Probably not.
Probably not.
Probably not.
Hi, it's Bubba the Love Sponge, and what I just said's inappropriate, and I'm so very sorry.
The Bubba the Love Sponge Show practices healing through humor, consisting of hyperbolic statements and parody on the backside, including the use of disclaimers to cover their collective asses.
I'm sorry. I guess now can I call myself white trash? I don't know that I can even do that. I come from the finest strain of Indiana white trash, conceived over the transmission of a '65 Chevy. That's why they call me a shiftless bastard. So that was a joke my mom told me one time, as she was telling me that she tried to abort me via the trampoline.
Nice.
Is it illegal for me to say that on the air? That my mom tried to not have me.
Jump you out.
My mom tried to jump me out.
She failed.
The Bubba the Love Sponge Show practices healing through humor, consisting of hyperbolic statements and parody on the backside, including the use of disclaimers to cover their collective asses.
Now, Friday at about 3:30, Dan and I are doing a show called Making Woke Our Bitch. Blitz and I tentatively talked about it potentially being the podcast for Monday. So I think that's kind of maybe what we might be going for, is the show that we record on Friday be the podcast for Monday. Anna, how about a Flapping Gaps? Blitz said he might have one in the can, or one's coming soon or something.
Yeah, we're working on it.
For real?
Yeah.
I stopped by my sister's work yesterday. Not there.
Yeah, I don't think she's there all that much.
The guys, one of her partners came out. I go, where's that bitch? I said, where's the boss bitch? He goes, she was in yesterday. And I go, God, I wish that bitch would come to work more. He's like, well, she is just as efficient from the house. And I go, whatever. Tell her I stopped by my cream machine. I was ready to show it.
Oh, you had the cream machine?
Yeah. I pulled up, because they had that. The side of their office is all glass. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I showed up there, and I had all the lights going. I hit the sirens and the whole 9 yards. And then she always comes out and yells at me. Because she'll be like on a meeting or something. And she's like, oh, God, there's my brother. So I always go to the side and try to put on a little show. Like,
well, you know that she's not in that office anymore. She moved, right?
I know that she's in that building.
Yeah, but
her office is tucked in the back somewhere. She cannot see it.
Right.
But the whole office can see it.
Correct.
So I like to put on a show.
Because it used to be right there next to the window.
Right.
It's not anymore.
Right. She's got a different office, but that is still a viable area for other people.
Correct.
So what happens usually is I go out there and I, show off, and then they tell Tara, your brother's here, and then she comes out and yells at me. Like, I'm trying to have a meeting right now. My partners are here. I'm like, oh, is it wrong that I'm, here in my... Last time I got in trouble, I went over and did a burnout right there, and I'm kind of like... I'm like her... when you have that special your special needs brother that you just,
can't get rid of.
Yeah, you're Warren from Something About Mary.
She calls me Kenny Powers. Like I'm Kenny Powers. And Tyler used to be Toby. Here's Joe Rogan with this hot North Korean chick that escaped and supposedly...
It's like telling the saddest story, and you're like, look at her chocks.
But hold on.
That's what matters.
But now, don't any of you North Korea chicks think that you're going to get out of North Korea, because guess what? They put landmines up. After this chick escaped, Kim Jong, whoever, said, hey, landmines. She tells you about it right now.
Electric fence, and then there's guards shooting to kill, and then past that, there's landmines.
Yeah. Entire country became a concentration camp. Entire country.
When did they start putting the landmines in?
A few years ago.
So this is after you had already escaped.
Yeah. Now there's you don't see North Korean de facto escaping from North Korea anymore. It's impossible.
You got an electric fence, guards that are shooting to kill, and landmines. Blitz, when you hit a landmine, I mean, is it over? Does it do they put it under the...
Not necessarily, but generally, yes.
But, is a landmine, just right underneath the grass, like you can't even see a little hump, and you step on it, and then it's kabooey?
There's a few different types, but again, generally, yes.
And it's a Kiss concert with your legs and arms going in opposite directions? Oh, Kiss.
A lot of times they'll, I think they call it Bouncing Betty or something. I don't know, that popped up out of the ground and then exploded and had shrapnel that flies everywhere.
To escape at this point.
And don't even they have some landmines if you run over them. Like, they're deadly too, right?
Yeah.
That's the way a lot of the soldiers of the U.S. soldiers died in
tanks or whatnot.
Well, yeah, because they run over these mines, and they can even take out vehicles, right?
Oh, yeah.
We told you about people criticizing Finland's young prime minister after videos.
Oh, I love it.
This guy annoys me.
This guy does annoy me, but I tell you who I like is I love her, the Finnish
Sanna Marin.
I'm a huge fan of hers because she said, yeah, I was out partying, and I guess there might have been some drug references. I didn't make any, but you know what? I'm going to take a drug test. Boom, negative. So you know what I'm illegal of? Dancing and having a good time with my girlfriends. Right? I mean, at the end of the day, that's what if she tested negative for a drug test, and she publicly did it, which I think is a great move, by the way, especially, if you know that you're negative, right? Or you get one of those flush kits.
Right. Either way,
she got a Blitz flush
kit. It's negative.
Showed her partying.
Blitz, if we had to pee, for whatever reason, could you get us flush kits?
Sure.
All right.
The Whizzinator?
No, I don't want a penis. I want a flush kit, where you take these pills 2 days before and it flushes you right on out. You drink 400 gallons of water.
Okay.
Don't they have those?
Yes.
Yeah. That's the Whizzinator is just prophylactic penis that you put on your penis.
Right.
And they'll be like, I don't want to wear a penis. Lummy, on the other hand, might want to finally get to wear a penis instead of having to take a worn penis.
I'll take a 9-inch penis.
Young prime minister.
Yeah, I'd whip out my Whizzinator and they'd be like, listen, Bubba, what do you got Ty J's penis on for? Your penis is not from Detroit.
Her videos showed her partying.
I don't like this guy at all.
He means well, but he's so awkward. His name is Vladimir Dutier.
I don't like him, but I like the smooth brother.
Nathan.
Oh,
or Nate.
I like Nate a lot. And I can deal with Gail, but I can't deal with this guy.
Gail.
I like Gail, and I like Nate.
Yeah.
But I don't know what they're trying to pull off with this guy. I understand
He's
Nate.
too hoppity-boppity.
Those videos were made public. Now, Sana Marin says she has taken a drug test.
Oh, my God.
I know. We love this story.
I think she is just fire. Real plain. Real hot plain.
Girl next door hot. Girl next door hot.
Yes.
On Friday, the 36-year-old.
You said she had to do it for herself.
36. She's your age.
Well, 1 year older.
Well, so she was elected back in 2019. She was
and she's got small T energy like you
too.
Country's youngest leader ever, and she told reporters that she took the test for her.
You could be a leader. You have the intellect.
Thank you.
To be a leader, so they're like, oh, 36. I could see you. I don't know if I could see you leading a little pissant country.
Okay.
Own legal protection.
Does Finland have an Air Force or a Marines or anything? Do they have a military?
Yeah.
A good one?
No.
They have a military.
Own legal protection after the partying videos emerged. Yeah. An opposition leader prompted her to take the test, and the results are due this week. Here's what she said on Friday about it.
I had work meetings on Monday that I, of course, handled.
Elizabeth Holmes' voice.
But we didn't have any government meetings during that weekend. I had time off and spent
But she's flushing like a mile ever.
it with my friends and did nothing illegal.
As we should all be able to do.
Absolutely. This is a very painful story. Good to know that Finland has a broken politics and media as much as we do here in this country, and that is a actual major national story that the leader of the country has to respond to
blow off some
and take
steam.
a drug test.
I know. But get this, there are women who are posting videos all across social media in solidarity. Look at this.
Oh, my goodness.
This is so great. Women are posting videos like this, saying that they stand with Sana because they're just sticking up for each other and saying it's okay.
Hold on, let's say it again.
Stupid.
Notice that he's purposely not sitting in a chair because they want him to dance, and he does a little dance.
One more time, Blitz, for the high spot.
Stupid.
There may have been drugs involved with some of these.
But who cares? It's wonderful. It's women just showing that solidarity and saying there's
How about popping your top, showing the T's?
Woo! Wrong.
Exactly.
With dancing a little, we all do it.
This is a non-scandal.
Oh,
I don't do it, actually. But
You should do
don't?
it.
Not at all? Just a little?
Oh, stop the crosstalk. You guys
Yeah.
are horrible. I know. Who's this girl?
I don't know.
What's she trying to pull off?
I don't know.
Move, Tony.
I had a friend recently say it's the worst time to be a reasonable person.
No, it's the worst time to be a white man.
Oh, yeah.
For real.
Holy Skrillex.
Yeah, like, what is she pulling off? And I got to be honest with you, Anna, she kind of pulls it off.
Yeah, I think she'd
Like-
look better with more hair.
I don't know what she's trying to do here, but
be trendy.
It doesn't look bad. Although she might be a little long in the tooth to be sporting that type of deal. That might look better on like a UT chick.
See, with hairstyles like that, you have to do your hair. Like, you can't just like let it fly out and about because you're gonna look insane. You know what I mean?
Like
she
every
has
day.
to part it. She has to make sure that it's like teased at the top.
Right.
Because she'll look ridiculous if she doesn't.
Unless maybe would a Saturday morning ball cap work for that or no?
I don't think. I think that would look weird.
So it means like every day she's got to do her hair.
Yeah, and obviously they're gonna do her hair when she's on TV. But I'm just saying, roll around normal. She has to do it if she leaves the house.
Now is she trying to do like a lesbian look?
I don't know anything about this woman. I've actually never seen her before on CBS.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. She's coming out of nowhere with a very distinctive look.
Uh-huh.
I don't know what she's trying to pull. Now, if she's just she's probably at least 40, maybe more.
I think she's like 45.
Okay.
I don't know.
And I don't know. Is she trying to do a flock of seagulls with with a Tears for Fears kicker?
I wouldn't be surprised if she was a lesbian. I don't even know her name. I'm going to try to find her.
No, it looks like now the last 2 years, mothers in their 40s are doing this shaved side.
This flock of seagulls with a Tears for Fears kicker?
Yeah, it's like I guess a popular thing with mothers, like younger mothers.
Interesting.
Younger mothers,
like they say 30s and 40s.
Man, I don't know if that works on. I don't know that. Like Anna, like be honest, I don't think you could pull that off.
Oh hell no.
No, like I don't think you could.
Ew, no.
And I don't know.
Most people can't.
I don't know. I'm just trying to think of chicks. Like I don't know that I don't think Ocala Farrah Fawcett could pull that.
No, she better not touch her hair. It's
I mean,
beautiful.
yeah, maybe she could, but don't. Yeah, don't.
No. I know, but I'm just trying to think. Blitz, just right now on top of my mind. Merch Crick couldn't pull that off. Anna, you couldn't pull it off.
No.
Romina couldn't pull it off. Krista Diaco couldn't pull it off. I'm thinking of like hot chicks that I know. OFF, I mean, I don't know. Could not pull. She might pull it off. Wizzy, I don't think Wizzy can pull it off. Scout and Big Gulp can pull it off because they're lesbians.
Yeah.
And I'm not trying to say that but that's very much a lesbian-looking haircut, is it not? Now, listen, please understand, everybody needs to understand that I am so pro-lesbian here. Like, I am not saying this in a derogatory or trying to be disrespectful to the lesbian community at all. No, I mean, part of my success was built upon lesbian. I had Lesbian Tuesdays. I gave a whole day for lesbians. But, I mean, I think there's a certain woman that can pull that off. And I don't know that, the Anna Hummels with a Merch Crick and an OFF Wizzy Kicker can do it.
Jamie Yukas, is that her name?
I'll tell you can pull it off. Ruby Rose.
Yep.
Ruby Rose. Now, that chick is hot. And not a lot of chicks can pull off the mass quantities of tattoos sleeved up with a buzz cut. Anna, I think that you've even said Ruby Rose is beautiful.
Oh, it's stunning.
Let me hand me some Ruby Rose immediately.
She is straight, that woman. Her name is Jamie Yukas.
Is Ruby Rose?
No, Ruby Rose is lesbian. I was talking about the CBS News anchor.
Oh, what's her name?
Jamie Yukas, I believe.
Is she married with kids?
I think she's married, but there's articles about her speculating that she might be gay. Not that it matters. I'm just saying.
I wish she would be. It'd be so much hotter.
Let's see.
You know how hot it would be if you had a husband and a girlfriend?
Uh-huh. So hot.
And as a husband, are you bitching about that? As a husband, do you have a problem with that?
No.
I'm asking Blitz. As a husband, if Anna was bi and had a really hot girlfriend that she incorporated into your guys' relationship occasionally but stayed true to you, and the only time she messed around with her girlfriend was when you were there with her, would you have a problem with that?
No, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Who cares?
Well, I mean, I'm not trying. Lummy, would you have a problem if your wife was bi for one girl and incorporated you in on the mix?
No, not at all.
He would lie about being with 6 lesbians.
Oh, like you have before.
3 lesbians.
Were you with 3 lesbians?
Well, they were hanging out. They were Ashley's friends.
I know, but was there any lappy laugh that went on?
Lappy Smurf.
Well, with them, not with us. It was a Super Bowl party.
Yeah, right.
There's a bunch of lesbians there.
This is the woman from CBS.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, it's her, 100%. I just looked at her story.
I don't know.
Yeah, right.
I'll take me some Ruby Rose over her.
Oh,
all day.
yeah.
Oh, yeah. This.
I think she's trying to be trendy.
I think so too, and it just, you know what? Just be a 40-some-year-old, really, cool, kick-ass mom with a husband kicker that happens to be on TV. You don't have to go with the Ruby Rose wannabe haircut. Like, like what hairdresser talked her into that?
I think she probably wanted
Although
to do
I do, some women can pull off short hair.
They always look better with longer hair, unless you just have trash hair.
I mean, some women can pull off short hair, but having to go, now, is that her?
I don't know.
Having to go completely shaved on the side like that, I think that not just everybody can pull that off.
Mm-mm.
And to me, it looks like she might be is she a national, or was she filling in for Gail? Because I don't know her to be a national girl.
I don't know. I don't know if she's in the rotation. I had never seen her before.
Are demanding higher wages and better working conditions.
Oh yeah,
tonight workers
check this out. I don't know how I feel about this. I'm just going to play the story and get through it.
from California to New York are demanding higher wages and better working conditions. They're staging walkouts and going on strike amid a Gallup poll showing worker stress.
Man, everybody thinks they're worth a little bit more than they really are. You know what I'm saying? And Roger Carper 25, full trucker effect on the Venmo.
Is at an all-time high. CBS's Elise Preston reports on growing work dissatisfaction.
Fed up and frustrated, more than 150 Amazon workers walked off the job calling for a $5 raise and safer conditions at this California air freight facility. More than 2,000.
Now, I think if you're working for Amazon, you probably get full insurance benefits after a certain amount of time. That in itself is unbelievable.
Kaiser Permanente mental health care workers now on strike. They say they are stretched thin from the workload. And in Minnesota, nearly
and these people don't know what real work is.
Look at her, she's stretched thin, Bubba.
15,000 nurses voted.
Yeah, she's stretching in an extra large when it should have been a double.
To authorize a strike.
We have been through hell and back.
What's going to happen when you guys do a strike on me? I don't even know how to turn this on. Hi, it's Bubba, and I want to go on the air. I had to pay Blitz $1,000 to show me how to do it.
I mean, Amazon's probably going to end up paying them.
Oh, yeah, they got to. They got to get my shaving cream and razors to me by Monday, bitch.
Yeah. And we will not stop fighting until we are given a good and fair contract.
According to a new Gallup poll, half of workers are stressed.
Check.
And 1 in 5 battle anger or sadness during the day.
This is us.
This job sucks. Like, this job is not fun, and we're not getting paid enough.
Dissatisfied.
Wow. Since when is jobs supposed to be fun when you're that age?
Why don't you get a new job that pays more?
Yeah, why don't you become your own boss and start your own business, and then you can be as fun as you want. You snowflake and little... Better be quiet.
Satisfied and disengaged workers can cost the global economy $7.8 trillion in lost.
See, the problem is these people had to go back to work. The problem was they were getting free money. And then the STEMIs ran out, and they had to go, sling packages in Amazon or work at Starbucks or whatever, and that sucks. Right? That's kind of what happened.
Yeah, and I think a lot of it, too, these specific cases, I don't know, but a lot of it is, they're told, oh, go to work for Amazon. They pay well, and you get this and that and whatever, and you get there, and it's like a sweatshop.
Productivity.
Man, work at the Warsaw Park Department and get back to me.
I mean, they're not
this
slaves.
Summer, more than
leave.
415,000 American workers stopped clocking in.
What is the message to companies moving forward?
Because they still live with their parents.
Well, they're about to get their student loan debt deducted by $10,000.
Yeah.
They need to look at how to retain workers.
Maybe I need to go back to college.
Yeah, get a student loan.
Let me. I still got 3 years of eligibility left.
There you go.
now enter into the game. Second string long snapper, 57-year-old, number 64, Bubba Clem.
Woo! It's not just getting workers in the door.
I'm going to get in the college portal, Lummy.
Every day that goes by, you just get reminded on how you get punished for being responsible. So what's the point?
Every day that goes by, Blitz, you're exactly right. You just get reminded of how lazy, snowflaked, and weak our younger generation is.
Well, so think about it. Okay, so you have student loans, and you're like, well, I can pay off the student loans, or I can get those rims and tires I wanted for my car.
Right.
So if you
let me get those rims and tires.
Yeah, well, yeah. So you get the rims and tires, and Lummy pays the student loans. Mm-hmm. Well, then you get your student loan wiped out, and Lummy has to sit there and go, "Why did I pay for all that? I could have just had it wiped out for free."
And then we have to pay the $300 billion that it's going to be.
Is it too late for me to go back to college?
No, get back there quick. Put a loan in today.
I'm gonna put a loan in. I want to go to college. Blitz, I could, you take afternoon courses. No, I'm usually in bed by 5.
Yeah. Why do you want to go back to school?
I don't know.
To not have to pay his loans.
You don't have any student loans now.
Hello, does this loans go over? Does it transfer to what I owe the IRS? Can you forgive those too?
I can't even imagine you doing homework.
Yeah, I'd be like, I am.
Merch crick.
Yeah,
do my homework.
Mm-hmm. Mother of two, Sarah Fry, is getting called back to her 18.
Is that the mom right there?
Oh God.
And the with the Cheetos teeth?
I sure hope not.
I think the mom is the one closest to the camera.
Is that the kid?
I think that's the child.
All right, hold on. And
I think Daddy's in the back.
Is this the mom?
I think that's Mommy.
All right, and this is Daddy?
I think that's Daddy.
And these are the two kids?
Yes.
Your daughter is homely. I think that was very nice.
Yeah.
She's just going, huh?
I want some more popsicles.
Cheeto teeth.
Hey, the
I
news.
just ate a bag of Cheetos.
The news needs a picture. Let's send them one. That's the one they sent.
ENT office in September after working remotely during the pandemic.
I'm like a lot of folks, and there's a panic setting in. Some persons have actually said they're literally weeping every day, thinking about how they have to change up their day.
Amazon.
You
have
mean
to change up your day?
You mean you got to go to work?
Yeah.
You can't sit there on your computer and, do whatever the hell you were doing. I think Elon Musk said, if you don't get your ass back to the plant, you're out.
Get the hell out of here.
You don't spend 40 hours at the building, you're out.
It sucks because they have a point, but then they say this kind of crap like, well, I don't want to get up early to have to go in. Well, so what?
A lot of folks, and
I actually saw, and I got to go to Word, so I'm not really, really late, but I saw it was Better Call Bankin' on Channel 8.
Yeah.
That Susan Bankin' nonsense. And so there was this guy, and he's a regular dude, just like us, probably makes between, $30,000 and $50,000 a year. And regular dude, and he has a mortgage on his home. And his mortgage is $1,384. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
And he switched mortgages or refinanced or something like that. And he was supposed to send the $1,384 to, let's say, Bank B. And his old bank used to be Bank A. Well, he made a mistake and sent the payment, $1,384 to Bank A, which caused him.
He made the mistake.
He did. He did online banking.
Okay.
In fact, it's on last night's news. You might want to see if you can find it. It tells the story perfectly. And so he clicks on his little online banking, as we all have probably, and as we all do, and he sent the payment to Bank A. Well, Bank B says, we never got the payment, and now you're 30 days late. So he gets a hold of Bank A, and they're like, oh, yeah, we got the payment. We'll send it to you. And they give him the runaround, and he doesn't get it for the longest time. And he's like, and they did a story on, Susan Bankin', tracking down Bank A and getting this guy's money back. And he's all flipped out, and he's behind on his house payment. I'm like, listen, no matter how bad it is it worth one if you can't come up with $1,384, not on your own, because I know a lot of people will struggle paycheck to paycheck, but you have to call a television station up, and it's going to ruin you. $1,384 is going to ruin your life. You got bigger issues, don't you?
Yeah.
I mean, to me, I looked at myself, I said, you don't have a little extra money laying around for an emergency? You don't have a mom and dad that you could borrow it from? You don't have 5 friends that you could borrow $300 a piece from? You have to, this is going to disrupt your life that bad. That shows you the druthers that our country is in.
By the way, this guy sent his old mortgage company the payment.
Right.
He called them and said, hey, I sent it to you. And they said, okay, we'll refund it back to the address we have on file, right? And he goes, yeah. Well, it was his old address.
Right.
So they sent the check to the wrong address, and then he complained, and they said, well, we have to wait till that check comes back and we get in our system because we've got an outstanding check that you told us to send you.
And guess what, Blitz? All of this is on him.
Yes.
This is on him, and we're doing Better Call Banking for idiots that click the wrong payment plan?
Right.
Into any one of us.
Yeah, you go online, you try.
And, doesn't this just show you how snowflake woke we are?
Mm-hmm.
Blitz, if I told you that plight of me, first thing your negative ass would say is, well, first of all, you dumbass, you clicked the wrong thing. I'm like, okay, you're right. And then I said, and then you go, third thing, dumbass, is that you had them send it to your place where you used to live. Right. So they sent it there. So this is on you, buddy.
Yeah. It sucks, but it's on you.
Wrong click. Well, it happened to a Pasco County couple during their mortgage payment process. It went to the wrong lender, and when they couldn't get the money back, they knew. Don't
try to make the bank look like a bunch of horses' asses here. And Better Call Banking's all up your ass, and this guy's a victim. This guy's an idiot.
Jen, Keith, this kind of mistake is so easy to make. Just one wrong click. But in this case, correcting it turned into a very expensive nightmare. Veteran Chris Becker and his wife recently bought a home in the Epper.
They always got to put that in there, don't they? Make us feel sorry for them. Well, veterans can click wrong places too.
In Lagoon community. They love it here, but now they're behind on their mortgage, all because of an online banking mistake that sent their $1,300 mortgage payment to the wrong lender.
You're at your wit's end. You work hard. You're trying to make your payments on time.
Chris admits the mistake is his. PennyMac Financial Services, his old lender, is still listed in his online bill pay, and he paid that lender in error.
All right. Who did?
He did.
In what?
Error.
That was in June.
At that time, PennyMac said they were going to expedite the money in 5 days. This was on June 24th. And again, we still haven't received the money.
Yeah, because, hold on. Be honest about what happened. By the way, Susan Bacon looks pretty kicking in that little skirt.
Chris says he got different stories from PennyMac, but no money. And now he's actually behind in paying his mortgage.
Sometimes they said a check was being mailed out, and it got...
This shows you how pathetic they are for stories on Better Call Banking, right?
Mailed to an old address, and then they said a check got mailed out to the new address, and then the latest was that the money was dispersed on July 15th to USAID back into my account.
So you're getting the runaround?
Getting the runaround.
I reached out to PennyMac and was
really not getting the runaround. PennyMac lays it all out. Listen.
Was told they had tried to return the money to an old address, but the check was returned to them. They promised to track it down.
My little $1,300 is important to us. And it makes a big impact on us. It doesn't really make a big impact on a multi-million.
Listen, buddy, you're gonna get one little mark on your credit for being 60 days late. You can really probably dispute that.
I don't even think but I don't think that's even the case. I think he was able to pay his mortgage, right? Like
he was just complaining that it was.
Well, no, he said he was behind. He said he was behind here. Listen, hold on.
Mortgage.
To return the money to an old address, but the check was returned to them. They promised to track it down.
My little $1,300 is important to us, and it makes a big impact on us. It doesn't really make a big impact on a multi-million-dollar.
Oh, I guess maybe you're right, Blitz. Maybe he wasn't behind, but
mortgage company. So
here, let us write you a check for $1,300 and stop belly aching. You irresponsible clicker, you dirty clicker.
And it's not something they did wrong.
But he wants
Chat made a good point. Then why do you live in a $500,000 home?
Right.
That's exactly. You know what? That's where this problem starts and stops. Be in a home that represents what you can afford.
No losers on this end.
Why do you think I lived with my sister for almost 2 years?
Yeah.
Well, hopefully not
Lagoon community.
Yeah, please.
This time, a PennyMac spokeswoman emailed me to say that the money has been returned to Chris's financial institution.
What a big, like as Dan Dianco would say, what a big nothing burger, right?
USAA Bank. Chris tells
enough to make it a 3-minute Better Call Banking story on Channel 8.
That it has not appeared yet on his account, so I will stay on this to make sure that it does.
Boy, frightening though. I mean, I think that.
Oh, listen, really frightening.
Super frightening.
Listen to Keith Kate. Real frightening, you know.
Happen. How can you make sure this sort of thing doesn't happen? However,
well,
I mean, mistakes happen. But I mean, what can you?
TV is so fake and stupid.
Well, yeah.
And as we open, this could happen to any of us.
Me and Blitz should be a TV show. I'd be like, Blitz, so tell me right now how this could not happen to the average guy.
Oh, you're not an idiot and don't send the money to the wrong place.
Oh, okay. That's great. You know, that's pretty good advice.
Back to commercials.
Thank you. Again, don't be an idiot and send it to the wrong place. Yeah. Thank you, Chris, thank you for your expertise opinion there, my friend.
A lot of us make our
Better call
bills,
Blitz.
our payments.
Better call Blitz.
Through online banking.
Need your neighbor's house blown up? Better call Blitz.
And you save the link. It's important to clean up that list of links from time to time. If there's an old creditor on there, you need to delete that information.
Thank you, Linda Obvious.
Yeah.
Jesus.
The Bubba Radio Network will return after this.
It was the second day of testimony.
Hall of Famer, Iggy.
Hello, Iggy. You happen to be one of the people on chat that are nice to me and likes me.
So Redbeard.
Not too many do. Most people hate me. I don't know why you hate me. I'm just in here trying so very hard to give you guys a little show.
Why you hate me?
Shake you down for a little bit of money. Or keep the lights on. So sorry. Good morning, Iggy, my buddy. Love you too, Cecilia and Red.
Morning, Dante 9.
I see how everybody in Tampa voted with their dicks. Yep, pretty much right on that. Vote with your dick. That's what Kevin Hazlett should have said. Go ahead and vote with your dick. Vote her in. She's hot. She's maximum model. Yippee fucking yo.
Why you hate me?
Each us Bubba fans that
Turn politics into a fucking clown show.
Bubba's so mad.
So fucking, it's just a fucking clown show. Anna, this bitch is a fucking clown show.
Oh, absolutely. It's APL Day in Clearwater. Oh, no. I will, BJ Click. We'll find out in due time, but we gotta give the man some time to just handle his business.
Sure in business there. Says Kenny Priss, Hall of Famer, 53 months. Good morning.
Kenny Priss, Shizari Niz, Biz, Wiz, Kiz, Ciro Niz.
Well, we got 214 bits. Oh, we sent $3 billion to Ukraine again. That's good. I don't know, Redbeard.
Hello, everybody. Bubba looking clean. I'm gonna grow my goatee back, buddy.
Grow it back.
I started it today.
Grow it back.
What's up, Brian from Philly?
Take it back. Take it back.
Good morning. Hall of Famer Sugar and Business Services.
Jean, je réponds.
Please goat it up.
How much more we can send?
Anna, are you and Blummel gonna have a baby?
Oh my god. We're not planning on it at the moment. Do you want us to have a baby? Would that make you happy?
I have no opinion of the matter.
Do you want us to have a baby?
I don't have an opinion.
Because I think my body will still do it.
I don't know. I think Blitz would like to have a. I'm not bringing that up. I think Blitz would like a kid.
Kind of a show, baby.
Yeah, maybe.
What's up, Yippee O'Brien?
What about me? Do I matter?
No. Yes, inevitably it's your decision, but I think that Blitz would want one. But it's you're the one that's got to carry a little fucker around.
I sure do. In my body.
And I think that it would change you as a person. Maybe.
I think it should change you as a person if you become a parent.
Well, and not necessarily for the it would soften you.
Jersey?
which might be not good for the show, you being soft.
Yeah, I'll just be crying all the time.
No, you just would be like.
Thank you. Never trust fire.
I think I like you kind of more hardcore.
Yeah, me too. I know, grouper lips. Oh, Heather Wiz will take care of it.
Ha!
Highlights. Yeah, I don't know.
I'm gonna ask Blitz about that.
Okay. Good idea.
But did you like my answer with regards to you? Like,
Yeah.
Inevitably, this is you. But
Right.
it would be interesting to see what his opinion would be.
Yeah, let's find out together.
Okay, thanks. With some yogi?
Yeah.
Cottage cheese?
Yeah.
That's why I like yogi and cottage cheese. Sunbelt Rental Studios. It's the Bubba the Love Spot Show.
Oh, at the bar. Well, I'll be sucking and I'm blowing and a bunch of track meeting at the bar. All the hum is doing lines in the bathroom, scouting big old in the bar. Lummy will split a handle of vodka with John from Naples at the bar. Nobody touch anything in the studio. Let's go to the bar. Let's go to the bar. Let's go to the bar. Oh, let's go to the bar. Oh, yeah. Let's go to the bar, brother. Blitz K will get wasted for the first time since his birthday at the bar. Dark Match Steve will do mushrooms and trip his balls off at the bar. You guys can park at the fairgrounds for all I care. Brandon Dunning will go viral as Caitlin takes his flower at the bar. Let's go to the bar. Let's go to the bar. Let's go to the bar. Oh, let's go to the bar. Oh, yeah. Let's go to the bar, brother. Lummy. If Creepy Al or Tuttle shows up, throw him over the fence. And if Hootie Hizu shows up without his hot wife or a brand new pair of shoes for Blitz, I want you to fire a rocket launcher at him. And there's no parking. Can't you read the signs? But seriously, welcome to Barb. Excited to see you all, especially the Hall of Famers. And now that you have busts in the studio, just know that anytime I want to do it, I can bust a nizzut all over your face. Me, say it, me. The party's over, everybody out.
Barb's just really around the corner.
Sure
It's
is.
not that far away.
It's going to creep up on us.
What's the actual date, Lummy?
January 14th.
Is that the Thursday?
No, that's the Friday. That's the Saturday night. Let me see. Yeah, I'm right, as per usual. Yep.
It's good to be right, isn't it?
Sure is.
You're dating a guy that thinks he's always right, too. So you got two rights. You two are right and I'm wrong. There's the show. Lomi, I just texted Travis DiBaggio.
Oh, yeah?
He said that he was communicating with you tomorrow, yesterday, and he's going to get his bust picked to you ASAP.
Yeah, he said he's been super
Get it done,
busy.
Mike DiBaggio. BubbaArmyMerch.com. There's about 8 flags left, the 3x5 double-sided. I'm going to try to order more if I can order a lesser amount. I think there's some of those 30-ounce tumblers available as well. Today's after show is all of us. It's the same people you see now, having a good old time. We usually we say 10:20, but it ends up being like sometimes 10:40. Let's just be honest.
Mm-hmm. It happens.
But then we go long sometimes.
We do,
Yeah.
yesterday with that cop guy.
Oh yeah, no cop talk today.
Sorry.
Yeah. No, I was feeling you. I could see you were checked out. You know, Anna, I need to give you like a little sign. I got this little stop sign right here.
Yeah, I've seen that.
Yeah. Well, I need to give you one much littler, and then it just says checked out.
Yeah.
Not bored or anything, but just, I'm just kind of checked out. Like you just kind of hold it.
Okay.
That's going to probably end up being a problem.
Probably. I feel like I'm going to get heat for that.
I think you probably would.
Yeah.
The Parkland shooter thing is it almost wrapped up?
I honestly don't even know. I'm not following it too closely.
I really am not following it very close either. I'm depressed.
It's all over the news, and I don't care one bit.
Blitz, you know what? I can't tell you the last time that I bona fidely watched the news.
I don't ever watch TV.
Last night was the first time that I watched the news just because I thought maybe they'd have some pre-election, because for the election stuff. That's it. And then I went to on my phone, Pinellas Vote or VotePinellas.com, and I'm like, I literally want to be honest with you, I turned my TV off, and I just kept updating it and updating it. And the only reason I really watch TV is either like maybe a dirt race on the weekend or a pay-per-view like the UFC. I wanted to watch it on Saturday, but I missed it. But you're right. I don't bona fidely watch TV. I may stream a documentary or something, but I don't bona fidely like watch TV. Do people? Are people still? Are people still cutting the cord at massive rates, or is that slowed down a little bit?
According to the people that keep score, what was it last month or the month before or something? Streaming outpaced cable.
You're kidding me. Is that
for the first time?
Yeah, for the first time.
Yep.
But the thing about it is, after they knick-knack you, paddywhack you on all the...
You end up not saving... You end up spending more by cutting the cord.
But you really can't get... You can't have the best of both worlds. Cable and streaming. Because, I don't think on any cable system they offer Netflix.
Right.
So
no, I know.
If you want Netflix and HBO Plus and Apple and some of the things that you watch the streaming stuff on, then you almost got to cut the cord, or your bill's going to be $300.
Well,
for sure.
Well, Spectrum is giving out deals like that. Cable's almost like free now. Like if you sign up with them,
well, they just want to get you for the internet deal.
Exactly.
Well,
so
that and $12 a month for the box rental and
right, all of that.
Remember too, because the way it used to be.
Now, Blitz, do you ever see them? I didn't mean to interrupt you. Go ahead.
No, so the way it used to be is you ordered cable and then one or two TVs would have the box and the rest of them you just plug into the TV and you get most of the channels.
Right.
Not like that anymore. You have to have a box.
Yep.
Yeah, like if your cable, if your TV was cable, had the end, then you didn't need the box.
Right. Well, now it's not like that. You have to have a box now every TV, and they rent them, and it's a monthly fee. And
yeah, but here's the deal: do you ever see them offering Netflix on cable? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like the streamers and the cable companies get together and say, listen, as part of, that's what almost cable's going to have to do to survive.
Yeah,
right?
I mean, I think they're going to turn more into just an internet providing company. And
right.
And they do, Spectrum does offer Netflix now. They're introducing a new Quantum TV box that you can access,
Yeah, so
all
that
stuff.
I mean, now, but cable isn't doing that because they want to do that.
Oh, no.
Cable's doing that because they're like, listen, we're losing X amount of, people that are subscribing to just bona fide cable. We're losing X a month. We're not gaining.
Yeah, and
we're not gaining at all.
I think was it T-Mobile? If you have one of their plans and almost all their plans, you get Netflix for free.
But I don't think there's any cable companies that are showing, year to year we're up 15%.
No.
I mean, it's a massive exodus. And so the cable needs to now go to the Hulus, go to the Amazon Primes, go to the HBO Pluses, and cable offers HBO and that kind of deal. But now they're going to have to go to the streaming people and say, listen, Netflix, Hulu, Amazon, all this nonsense. We want to carry you guys as part of our cable, and they're going to say, okay, well, you're going to have to pay us X amount, a month.
Yeah, I mean,
or does that defeat the whole streaming purpose in itself?
It does, and it's kind of weird because you had to pay an upcharge for let's say HBO, and then a lot of cable companies had HBO on demand, which was basically the HBO Plus whatever service. But then they're like, well, HBO's like, well, if we come out with our own streaming service, we can then upcharge people yet again and have different content on that.
Right.
So
does it come a point where HBO says we're going to completely take HBO that we offer cable companies off and make you all go to the stream?
I mean, eventually,
right?
Yeah, it'll all be that way, but
it'll be like
for now they're making too much money.
Right now they're double dipping.
Yeah.
Right.
Or triple
dipping.
Mm-hmm.
And is there ever going to be, because you're an internet guy, is there ever going to be on all, like, that's what you need now. Like, you don't need TV, but you can't live without the internet. Like, you could have an apartment or, wherever, a house, an apartment, wherever you're living, and you may not have cable or you may not, but you can't go without internet.
Right. And
can you?
Technically, the way that the cable system works now, it's basically delivered via the internet on there. I mean, it's more complicated than that, but it's no longer like
hard cable,
different frequencies on a cable and blah blah blah. Now it's all sent over just like your internet data is.
So can you see, like, what's the next technology in the internet game? Like, just faster internet?
Yeah.
And wireless, like hotspots and like the digital pucks and all that kind of deal, right? Like that's.
Yeah, I mean that's what we're trying to do.
What's the speeds of internet that you can get? Like what if you're just a regular person, you wanted to get like the way Janie Cakes, like what's the standard base level internet speed?
Probably like 100 megabits.
But that's pretty good, right?
Yeah, it's good.
I mean, you can play games.
And you can get up to, in most places, between 500 and a gig.
Right.
And some places you can get faster, and some places you can't quite.
What
get
are we here? Are we a gig at the building?
We're either a gig or we're 500. I don't remember.
And
I think we have one 500 and then one that's like 300 or something like that. We have two separate services.
Now you got a gig at your joint, don't you?
Yeah.
Can we get a gig here, or do we need?
I don't think they didn't offer it when we last bought it.
Do you think they might?
They might now.
And if they do, don't you think we should probably get it?
Sure.
Because a gig is like horsepower. You can't have too much, right?
Sure.
Especially if you can afford it.
Unless you, right.
Which I think we can afford it. Things seem to be slow here sometimes, but we really suck up a lot of internet, don't we?
Yeah, but we still have. I mean, we've got plenty, but we could always use more.
What do you got, Lummy, up there in Pasco County? You got your dirty gig?
56K.
50. Yeah, I'm on the 14.4.
Are you in the dial? Are you in the dial up?
Yeah, I'm on the dial up. Road runner.
2,500 baud.
Yeah.
Hey, every one of us went through that phase. Did we not?
We did.
Anna, even you. Did you go through?
Dial up. Yeah.
You've got mail.
You've got mail.
Baldness.
This is the Parkland shooter. Listen, they just need to kill this guy. We're not in the guilty or not guilty deal here. We're in the sentencing. He's already pled guilty.
Oh yeah,
he did it.
Mm-hmm.
There's
no
5,000 hours
of do mental competency tests to make sure.
He isolated himself a lot. He would go sit in a corner and just observe. Talked a little bit about
Today was the second day of testimony for the defense in the Parkland shooter's sentencing trial.
Nicholas Cruz's preschool teacher and former neighbor took the stand.
That's a nice looking set, isn't it, Blitz?
It's very nice.
Mm-hmm.
How much could you build that set for? For
our
new podcasting world.
Is it a TV in the front or just? I don't know. I didn't see it moving.
I don't know.
It's if you play it.
For the defense in the Parkland shooter's sentencing trial.
Nicholas.
Man, that's badass.
Cruz's preschool teacher and former neighbor.
Anna, you look good as hell sitting over there.
Took the stand. CBS 4's Ted Scouten was there for today's testimony, and he joins us with what they had.
How much, Blitz? $5,000? $10,000?
Oh, way more than that. Yeah.
Had to say in Cruz's defense. Ted.
$25,000
for the whole set.
For that whole desk.
Yeah, way more than that.
Just for this desk. For
just the desk.
Just that desk.
Oh, probably. If that's a TV screen in the front, the cost goes way up. But I don't know, 10, 15, 20 grand.
Oh yeah, something.
You can make that for like $2,000.
You can make that out of balsa wood for $5,000.
If it's not a TV, it'd be a lot less.
Teacher and former neighbor took the stand. CBS 4's Ted Scouten was there for today's testimony, and he joins us with what they had to say in Cruz's defense. Ted.
Yeah, Lauren.
Nice looking set, though, wouldn't you say?
Mm-hmm.
Nice looking set.
Elliot, the defense is taking us step by step through the shooter's life. Today, they zeroed in on the time when he was a toddler.
What does it matter? He did it.
These are mitigating or aggravating circumstances, like Jay talks about.
Behind the smiles
looks normal to me.
Of a toddler, the defense painting a picture of a child whose troubles were growing.
He was delayed in independent skills. He was delayed in language. He was delayed.
Oh, God.
Gross motor, fine motor.
Man, I'm glad I don't do anything so bad it has everybody come up here and tell me how bad I'm delayed.
Anne-Marie Fisher is a former preschool administrator. She's talking about the Parkland shooter when he was between.
Man, my teachers would come in and be like, he was always a class clown, always trying to be funny, always trying to be well-liked. Liked girls, but none of them liked him. A little bit fat. Did pretty good at football.
Between 1 and 2 years old.
He isolated himself a lot. He would go sit in the corner and just observe. He didn't know how to socially interact with others.
Fisher testified that the confessed killer had a hard time communicating with other children, leading to aggressive behavior.
Nicholas was a late biter.
What does that mean?
Usually when you're approaching 2, the biting stops, but I would say he bit at least.
Anna's still a biter.
What the hell?
I can recall it could be way
I've seen bite marks in the back of Blitz's neck before.
Oh, really?
more, but for sure at least 5
Candy
kids.
bars.
The defense's portion.
What'd you say?
Just candy bars.
The shooter is someone who suffered disabilities early on, stemming from his birth mother's abuse of drugs and alcohol while she was pregnant with him.
Oh, Jesus.
That it impacted him from birth on.
He wasn't talking.
Why?
I don't need any further testimony. This bitch rolls up with a mask.
That's not even worn correctly.
Yeah.
Why?
He wanted a toy. He would go after somebody's hand to get the toy.
She looks.
He was a biter and a bedwetter for.
Biter and a bedwetter.
I made pee-pee in his bed.
He wet his bed until he was about 6 or 7.
Former neighbor and friend of the shooter's late mother, Linda Cruz, said,
Wet your bed's cool when you're an adult.
As a toddler, she noticed problems as well.
He's very, very hyper, very.
Oh, a boy, you mean?
I mean, now.
I'm just saying, if you're a man, you just lay in there and you're high and you just pee. Then you just deal with it later.
March clock, I'm what? Punch me.
ADHD or something like that.
I hate your Bubba impersonation.
He was just very.
March crack. Change me.
Very hyper, always running around, always getting into things.
While testifying.
No, and by the way, none of this.
So he was a kid.
Yeah, Blitz, I was just going to say, none of this is really that abnormal from, we all know 50 of these kids we grew up with, right?
He mentioned that she was told that the shooter had been sexually molested by a neighborhood child. The judge told the jury that's not admissible and they should disregard it.
Yeah, I mean, unless there was a police report, I mean, that's stupid.
And it looks like the defense has a large slate of witnesses who are set to testify. They told the judge that there would be about 80 people who are going to...
Oh, Jesus, 80 people to try to water down that this guy mowed down 19 of his fellow classmates.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a pretty big deal if, the state takes your life, so I get why they have to do it.
Some banks give you...
Yeah, I guess.
You know?
This might be one that you're maybe you don't like this, you don't like the death penalty, but I think you've actually opened a little wiggle room for this one. This one's kind of touched your heart a little bit, has it not?
I mean, I still feel the same way. I wish he was just dead,
Yeah.
I wish he was killed during the incident.
Or maybe got like a Jeffrey Dahmer broomstick while being held. He's in prison, isn't he?
Yeah. Street justice.
But he's all by himself.
The Bubba Radio Network will return after this.
Does anybody need anything?
No, we're good.
He's all by himself.
Yeah, because he was attacking that guard that was built like a fucking jelly roll. He's doing that.
Are they with a purple jersey? So why don't you, Crystal? Smith? That's not good.
Hi, Lum.
Hi, Bubba.
Thank you for helping me move that stuff yesterday.
No problem.
It's an easy day today, Lummy. We ain't got shit to do.
I know. Looks good.
Oh, I know what I'm gonna do. I need to get Blitz to move his BMW.
Good morning, Chris Van.
Blitz, you gotta move your Beamer.
Like my pants?
And then I might try to Blow all that, those pines
Into a pile?
into the back of your truck so you can go 80 on the way home.
R0018. Put them in one big pile. Right now I can load them up.
Well, yeah, and then have you just go 106 on the way home?
Yep. Keep them loose instead of packing them in.
Yes.
Oh man, it's like that. Okay. No, I mean, Xerxes, I wonder why. There's always a reason why. I think it's like another month. Gotta vote every day, 67 Scout. November. Stock opens low ahead of, yeah, of course. Stock market's gonna fucking pummel today. Just plummet down. Coins are gonna plummet. Everything's gonna plummet. Zip it. Good morning, Big E 7375. Let's see how good the markets do it. That was out 600 yesterday. Oh, probably will. Looks like he's dropping a little bit. Everything down. Dow Jones down.
The Dow Jones.
Since that technically is reached 300 billion, 303 billion. I don't even use millions anymore, it's just billions. What was that? Just now? That's the plywood we messed up giving them for their $3 billion. What's the plywood gonna do? Oh, they're making old benches.
Well, when we're providing all that in weapons, like, Ukraine is going to pay it back. Like, it's not like we're just giving it to them for free.
Bullshit.
Yeah, they're gonna pay it back.
I know. It's part of the Lend-Lease Act, Bubba. I mean, it's not like they're going to pay it back tomorrow, but they're going to be indebted to the United States probably for a century.
But the motherfuckers ain't paying shit back, lower.
Yeah, I mean, but it's like, they're racking up a bill.
Didn't that happen in World War II?
Yes, actually, I found out yesterday that we did the same thing with the UK during World War II, and they just finished paying it back in 2020.
That's the UK, though.
That's what I mean. So it times out by like 6.
That's gonna be.
I mean, that's a lot of it. Being indebted to another country. It's a form of control and power. So we look like we're like, oh, we're so nice and everything. It's like, no, you're gonna have to pay the piper at some point.
But sure, no, he did not.
Blitz and Honor should adopt Tuttle? I guess that was from a while ago.
Redneck.
So yeah?
It's a saying redneck just said that. Ukraine will probably never pay
They'll never pay it back.
Money back.
Tell us to fuck off.
Right, but they're still indebted to the United
States.
Live from the Sunbelt Rental Studios, it's the Bubba the Love Sponge Show. Today's after show, me, Blitz, Lummy, and Anna. That'll be available on Facebook, YouTube. We'll throw it up on Twitch as well. BubbaArmyRadio.com, the Bubba Army app. Tune in. And various other pieces, parts. Thank you. Lummy, how's Bitcoin? Have you looked lately?
I looked at Ethereum. It's kind of flat. The market's down again, pretty much because of Biden's bill he's going to pass.
What bill is he going to pass? The stimulus?
The student loan. And then they gave $3 billion more to Ukraine. So.
And Anna was saying in the hot mic that, oh, Bubba, don't worry about it.
I didn't say don't worry about it.
All the money we're giving to Ukraine, they're going to pay it back.
That's part of the Lend-Lease Act. We're lending and leasing.
Yeah, whatever.
They're still indebted to us. They're racking up a huge debt every time a bomb goes off, or every time they, use one of our tanks or guns or whatever. That's adding to the bill. It's like taking shots at a bar, just adding it to the tab.
Yeah, but we're never gonna. That's like taking shots at the bar, but 5 generations from now, they might be the ones to get drunk.
Yeah, but that's a form of power. Is having this way over their head for however long.
Over who? Ukraine?
Yeah.
What are they gonna do? They're gonna say we don't have the ability to pay you.
Well, you pay it back incrementally. I found out that we did the same thing with the UK in World War II, and they just finished paying it back in 2020.
Really?
So times that by 10 for the Ukraine.
Yeah.
For Ukraine, excuse me.
We won't even be a country in
probably not
100 years.
Whatevs.
I don't think we'll be. Do you think? Do you think that do you think we'll be around in 100? You think that we'll have the United States of America in 100 years?
Yes.
You do?
Yeah, I think so.
But we're just a bunch of pussies.
I don't know if we're going to be a superpower anymore, but we'll be around, I think. I mean, who knows, right?
I mean, do you think that we might be controlled by another country?
Yeah, China, possibly Russia.
I mean, like my grandchildren's grandchildren might have to speak Chinese.
I mean, China should surpass the United States in GDP in 2025, which is, 3 years away?
Mm-hmm.
So
what does that mean?
You should start learning the Chinese.
By the way, Romina said that she loves your impersonation of your O'Donnell.
Yeah, I heard.
She loves
I'm glad
that.
she likes it. That makes me feel good. Because I would hate it if she hated it,
Blitz, we were talking about during the hot mic. I don't know if you heard. 1, make sure you move your Beamer today.
Okay.
Because I'm going to do those pine needles. And 2, I think that you and Anna. I was thinking about having a baby.
You were going to have a baby?
No.
You were thinking about having a baby?
Oh my God.
I was thinking about.
Congratulations.
I have a vasectomy.
Oh, right. Sorry.
I can't
reversal.
No way.
Yeah.
No way.
You and Merch should have a baby.
I love having a vasectomy. I love it. And if I was to date somebody that had a problem with it, then we're not compatible. I don't want a kid. I'm just saying, kids are a handful. Lummy, you have no idea what you just got yourself into.
I think he may.
Yeah, it's going good so far.
Enjoy it now.
Enjoy
it
until he gets older.
Oh yeah, enjoy it now.
Like the terrible 2s, or
no, like the terrible 22s.
Oh.
Sorry, did I just say that out loud? My bad. But I was thinking, Blitz, I honest to God, you may not be honest, and you may not publicly want to talk about it, but I think you would like to have a baby. I think you would like to have a kid.
He already has one. It's me.
I know, but am I right in that assumption that I think you, in fact, you always did so well with Tyler. Like, you're very patient. You'd be the kind of dad, very hands-on, and show your kid cool stuff.
Yeah,
he'd be a great dad.
He would be a great dad. I think he'd be a better dad than you would be, Mom.
Sure.
But have you guys talked about that at all, Blitz? And do you want a kid?
We've been trying.
What? I haven't been. I don't know what you're doing. If you've been trying with some UT chicks.
Well, no, I mean.
But not with me.
If you're on the pill, you're the one that determines whether you. I mean,
right.
He can't unless he would sabotage your birth control pills. And I have heard of pussy ass men doing that.
Yeah, I've been putting fentanyl on them.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Is that why she's been a little subdued lately?
Yeah.
I keep doing it. It's working.
God.
She's been a little easier to handle lately.
Half Xanax, half fentanyl. I press them myself.
Oh, the best.
You press them. Is it Blitz's compounding?
It's called a party.
I put them in that little spinning thing that has each day on it and all that.
Can I put an order in, buddy? Can I put? If you're whipping up that type of concoction, can I put a? Can you imagine the night of sleep I'd get on that deal?
Yeah, forever you'd be dead.
Zanny with a fentanyl kicker.
Yeah.
Especially, Butch, if you could get that dose of fentanyl just right there on the edge there. Just go to the edge, then back it down a notch. Give me, I'd order 100 of those right now. But Anna, I feel as if you would be more adverse to having a baby than Blitz.
Yeah, I think so. We've kind of just talked about it through being on air. I don't think we've really had a private conversation about
let's
children.
have it. Let's have it.
Okay, I feel like we have, but let's have it again.
No,
I'm assuming it's gonna be the same answer we've given the past 10 times, but
let's give it again.
No, hold on. Everybody just shut up. Lummy, what's been the answer the last 10 times? Where have I been for this?
I believe their answer has been that they do not want to have children at this point in time.
I mean, I don't got much time left, to be honest with you.
Yeah,
I'm aware of this.
You're done.
I'm almost done.
Yeah.
I'm almost done.
Yeah, not that your uterus was polluted or anything like that, but it's just
it's age. It's old eggs.
And you don't want to. And I was 36 when I had Tyler, and
you were a man.
Yeah, true. It's way different for a guy.
Oh yeah, the shelf life for biology, reproductive biology for a female is pretty small.
I think Jimmy Cleavis is the ultimate pimp. I think Jimmy's 51, and I think he's got Can you
tell me how old his wife is? Is that rude to ask?
No, yeah, I think she's 40.
Okay, but she had a baby within the last 2 years.
Yeah.
Okay.
But she's like a bodybuilder and a fitness she's that girl.
Mm-hmm.
She's super.
So am I, right?
Jimmy makes her run home from the gym 5 miles.
While he drives?
Yes. No, I mean, you want to talk about, you think I run a tight ship? They'll go work out. And by the way, he owns the gym.
Of course.
And it's
the car.
And it's open to the public. And then when they get done working out, and I'm not talking about just kind of working out, Jimmy Cleavis working out,
Can you tell me what Jimmy owns? Or text it to me or something?
What Jimmy owns?
Yeah.
Oh yeah. I'll get that information. It's over I think it's off of 66th Street or something.
Okay, I'm curious.
And so they'll go work out, and then she runs home. That's pretty pimp, isn't it?
Yeah, super pimp.
All right, so we'll move on from you guys having a kid because obviously that's not in the cards. But Blitz, if you were with a person that did,
I wouldn't say
want
it's not in the cards. It's not in the cards today.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But again, her shelf life, then, what are you going to get, a surrogate?
No,
I would not do that.
No.
You want her uterus to hold your
and you get attached to the kid. And I need all that bonding time, trust me.
Yeah. Oh, so look at you. I mean, you guys are kind of, it's not a hard no.
No, nothing's a hard no.
Not a hard no.
But it's
a hard no today.
Yeah. Yeah.
We were talking about how the IRS hired 87,000 new recruits, and
yay,
the bigger agencies might have an enforcement team that has guns.
Yep.
And I don't know if this is, Blitz, you can tell me if this is real or not, but supposedly this is some footage of the new IRS agents that might potentially be having guns and training. This is training. And so, I don't know if this is true or not. Blitz, you can debunk it or not.
All right, guys, everyone's heard of the 87,000 new IRS agents who are supposed to be prepared to use deadly force and carry a firearm, right? All the ammo that's been purchased for the IRS and all that good
stuff. I don't know
stuff.
who this guy is, but...
Well, apparently this is the video that...
First of all...
That is not real, by the way.
...has come out as of today. Now, I'm doing as much research as I can, but
this is not IRS agents training?
No.
Intents and purposes.
You know that for a fact. You've debunked this. You've researched it.
Correct. It was recorded in 2017 at Stockton University, and it's students there simulating.
Oh, well, then there is no story. This guy should be in more trouble for, trying to fake everybody out. Because I was watching this Blitz, and I was like, these are the worst trained people ever.
Right.
Like, let me just knowing that this is not the IRS, but instead these were students. Which makes sense because wait till you see how reckless. And I'm not even Johnny gun guy like Blitz is, but I can point out like 5 different things that these people are doing wrong.
To me, I guess anybody could record this, but it does appear that this is legitimate. I just have to put that disclaimer out there that I have not been able to verify from a reliable source. I'll put the
Well, you don't have a Blitz K like me because this is from you need to get one.
Links down below from where I found this, and you can do some of the research too. If nothing else,
clickbait, Blitz clickbait.
Sure.
From an entertainment standpoint, this is good stuff. So let's watch.
No, it's really not good stuff. It's really stupid stuff. It's only good stuff, indeed, if it was the current IRS trainees. Other than that, it looks stupid.
Together. I don't do many reaction videos, but this one is worth it. Check this out. Everybody looks happy. It's like first day of school. Smiles, everyone. Smiles.
First of all, I'm not afraid of the guy. I'm not afraid of any of these people with or without guns.
That guy. I want him to be the one that was me. Sorry, I'm sure that's not PC, right?
All right, hold on.
I wonder the reason that the logo is like off-centered a lot.
I'm pretty sure this is a race to the buffet, not to arrest somebody.
All right, whenever you guys are ready.
Here we go. Y'all ready?
I mean, what is this, a Keystone Cop training deal?
Oh, a forceful knock. Yep.
Uncle Fester.
Federal agents.
First of all, Blitz, I don't think you're supposed to be behind your guy when your gun's drawn out.
There's the donut.
Like, and then she's behind that guy.
Right,
You're supposed to, like, this is so fundamentally. First of all, I'm not a cop, but I do know some stuff.
So,
and you're supposed to spread. You're not supposed to be stacked up so that you can almost shoot your guy in the back.
No, so okay, so this is a college video of, and these are like accounting students that probably a lot of them will end up being IRS agents, and a few of them probably will end up having guns and do this. So, but it kind of desensitizes them, so that when they become IRS agents and they're asked to, go into people's homes and possibly kill them because they owe money, then it's no big deal.
Which now.
But this video itself is not like a real IRS train, and it's just not what this is.
I'm not saying nothing. Sir, keep it covered.
Okay, real quick, I gotta stop this. You notice how they are?
All right. I was going to show you this one thing that I watched where this girl was trying to unarm this dude or this one guy, and like he had his gun out where the guy could knock it out of his hand. Like it's just like so fundamentally wrong as far as like.
I have a gun. I have a permit. It's legal. Behind your back.
Now watch his, Blitz.
She's like, I was told there was going to be food.
I'm going to say no. Spread your legs.
Getting arrested?
Now, first, Blitz, look at how wrong that is. If you got 3 guys that have your bad guy at gunpoint, then you holster your gun if you're going to be the guy that puts him in handcuffs. Correct. Or try. So you don't keep your gun like. This is so wrong. Look.
Hey, do you have any other weapons on you?
You don't hold him at gunpoint
flagging everybody
while you're
body
unless you're by yourself. Now, if you're by yourself, I'm sure there's some different type of techniques that you use, but you don't look.
Can you lean forward? Stay still.
This is what our world's become. I hope this IRS agent these are the ones that come when they're time to come get me.
I mean, it probably won't be too far from that, but
bunch of big bitches with guns. Be like, hey, I got some Krispy Kreme donuts. Then I could go out the back.
Just hope the guy in the wheelchair shows up.
Yeah.
The Bubba Radio Network will return after this.
I'll be doing.
TTN, are you gonna be TTN?
No.
What are you gonna be doing?
Hanging out with Chat.
No. With Chat.
Goes in the back.
Lummy, are you gonna go TT?
TT time.
I got a TT too.
You got a TT? Go TT.
You got Chat?
Yeah. What's up, Chat? Nice.
Why don't you try to bond with him, okay?
No.
Anna.
BC.
I told you to bond with
her.
him. Oh, who's that girl on TV? Look at her. Alex Hogan. Which is hot.
Oh.
Hulk Hogan's illegitimate kid with Heather.
Oh God. Possum Trot. Chat famine. We did Cervix Bruiser because you like the Amy's meals. They're good. What's up, DJ? Next one. Come on, Wilbur's afterwards. Nice meeting you or seeing you. At the game. That didn't happen. Homie with Big Baloney. On a bonding time. I said it. Amy's frozen dinner is so good. I'm bonding. Wanna the fist. Ready for my fast poop. What's up, Kamar? You guys are going too fast here. Kamar07. Good morning, ES Trader. Nice. I'm bonding. Homie with Big Baroni. Good morning, Super Grit. BTLS Grind 414 bits. I am happy, country girl. Bong Ripper Bob, bonding with you. Hi, Bubba's lost everything. The baby needs to suckle. Iggy. Love on the Spectrum. Oh, you're saying, am I on the next season? I'd love to be on the next season. That'd be great. Yes, I am. Rick Chance, did I hint at that? But yes, I'm gonna make a dense chocolate cake with cinnamon toast crunch frosting, and then I'm gonna get cinnamon toast crunch and crush it up, and then use little bits and put it around the cake. It's gonna be so fucking good. Thank you, Stumpy62. Would you prefer male, female, male, or non-binary? Good morning, Dr. Dan's Bloom. Onion Maker, so good to see you. I don't know. I feel like I would have wanted a girl and a boy, and then maybe a girl again. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know, we bonded over how shit. What do you think chat is? What's up, bar 3 slob 3? Whatever. Thank you, Lakers smug shot. What's up, Yippee Brando? I don't know the name of the child. I feel like you guys. Oh, I missed one. JKO Stecca, 1,000 bits. Nice. I'm sorry if I missed you. I'm trying to. The name of the miracle child. I have some names that I would have in mind, but you guys would steal them probably. Would I breastfeed it? Are you trying to make the assumption that I don't have enough breast to feed the hypothetical child? High five, Girl Scout. Sister Girl Tease, what's up? We did 90s Vice. Gold Bond sounds good. BTLS Mom. The clot shot. You're done, almost. Nice meeting you Saturday, Dan's secret habit. She has a difficult job. Magnum DUI, 200 bits.
Why are these chairs all messed up?
Keto fat bombs are good. Big 77.
Look at Lummy's fucking personal trash can over here.
I'm done. Wind it up. Ned's rusty tank.
You're done.
You're done.
You're done.
You're done. No, I won't get generic brand. I'll go.
Up top, Girl Scout.
Cinnamon Toast Crunch is so fucking good. Country Girl, agreed.
Dan uses it, and everyone from 199 uses it.
Well, I know that, but it's
we have a person that dumps the trash.
Today. Oh, goddamn, it's getting fucking full.
I got monster.
I'm gonna take it out. Relax.
Monster can.
Don't tell me to relax, bitch.
Thuggish Nerd, good morning. I'll take out all the trash today. I was just waiting for it to get full. Oh, thank you, homie, Big Baroni.
Not even paying attention.
Yeah.
He's I think Rhett's sleeping. Honest to God, Rhett's sleeping.
Drop it.
Nah, he was. I just caught it. That motherfucker was sleeping. Rhett was sleeping.
He was editing some video, I'm sure, Bubba.
I caught him sleeping. Clothes. Fucking snaggled up motherfucker. I caught him sleeping.
Ow!
Oh, that's a term of endearment. Don't hard sell it, and then I'm going to get in trouble, okay?
Okay.
Bubba, everyone in chat said you got to pull it harder next time.
I look what?
You need to pull it harder next time, they said.
No, that's about as tough as I can go to your grip with her. You got to know your limitations.
That's a good one, Biggie.
Lummy.
Yes, sir. West Coast McGillicuddy, 22 months. I don't know. West Coast McGillicuddy. Shitty.
Hi, Lummy.
Hi, Bubba.
Do you ever say that as an outburst?
Oh yeah, to no one, like by myself in my house. Yeah.
For real?
Yeah, I'll just be like.
Live from the Sunbelt Rental Studios, it's the Bubba the Love Spot Show. Thank you to everybody who had one hype train today. Thank you so very much. You are the people that keep us going, my friends. If we didn't have this, shakedown, glorified Bubba Madoff Ponzi scheme, hell, we wouldn't be alive right now. We figured out how to do this, my friends, and thank you so much to the great Bubba Army that give. Whether it's our Venmo, our Cash App, or our PayPal. Or maybe you need to go to our OnlyFans and tug the day away. All of it, everything, YouTube, Facebook, whatever, is all at the Bubba Army. Red, great job on your videos yesterday, even though Anna APL kicked Kevin's ass and I look stupid. Your videos were awesome. Thank you.
Thank you, Bubba.
Yeah. Go to our Facebook and our YouTube channel to see the Anna Polina Luna parodies. She'll probably be suing me soon. You think Kevin will at least represent me on that?
Sure.
Hope so. We'll be back about 10:30 for an after show. Have a great day. Thank you for all that you do for us. The Justin Clark coming up next. I don't know. 98 Rock in Charleston's got a new midday girl. I got to get a hold of Ryan and get the ins and outs on her. And we need to plan a trip to Charleston.
Yes, we do.
Too. And Fort Walton Beach.
Yep.
Jesus. We'll see you at 10:30. Facebook, YouTube, The Bubba Army, and Twitch. Have a great day. Be safe.
Thanks for letting me finish.
You've been listening to the Bubba the Love Sponge Show, starring
me, Bubba the Love Sponge,
operations manager and co-host Blitz K,
co-host and show historian Lummox,
co-host Anna Hummel,
co-host Dr. Dan Diaco Esquire of Council, co-host J. Diaco Esquire, the Spitting Cobra of Council,
Rhett, the Filthy Ginger video editor,
the BRN agent Thomas Buttoned Up B,
and for everything else, go to TheBubbaArmy.com.
Now, time for the legal disclaimer.
Exactly.
The Bubba the Love Sponge Show is intended solely for the enjoyment of our listening audience. Any rebroadcast, retransmission, or other use of this show without express written consent of the Bubba Radio Network is prohibited.
Never actually crossed the line and did something that was, No, and that's the thing. What do you consider? I might have crossed the line. No, I don't. I consider crossing the line. You and I can have as much beef as we want. We never.